There we go. You guys still doing good?
Yep.
No, I'm doing awful.
Yeah, I know.
That's a surprise.
We are.
Oh yeah.
We have negative elapsed time on YouTube.
Oh shit.
How does that
We're in the
hold-
Matrix.
Look at this. Hold on.
I see the background moving in and out now. I see it. That's cool. Let me put the quality up. Put the chat out. 1080p. Shit. Moved up in the world.
I think that's when it goes live. Like
no,
like
the people on it.
How? Whatever. Fuck it. Just forget it.
It's like a huge fucking delay, unfortunately.
Okay.
That's like the first tweet
I
I've
want
made.
everyone else. I want everyone else on the stream to see this.
What? Hang on. Minus 000102 negative 1 minute. We're going back in time.
Let me see this. You posted. You didn't even post the link to the fuck.
Yeah, I said copy the message. Oh, I'm retarded.
Yeah, you copied a message, dumbass.
What are you doing?
There.
Oh, welcome to live chat. They still haven't got rid of that. Oh,
now we're in positive time. Okay, welcome to Suck.
Oh,
it just took them from 1 negative minute.
Okay, there we go. We're back in the present, apparently.
Yeah, I gotta switch.
We're going backwards for a minute, literally for a minute. I don't know.
We're going through a fucking Hans Zimmer soundtrack for a second.
We're interstellaring on your asses.
Okay, second.
How did they get here so quick? What the fuck?
Finally, holy shit.
Dude, I have nothing to do. I have already exhausted all of my possible resources for today, and for this week, and for this month.
Dude,
this is all you can do now. Just sit down.
You just sit.
Sit? I can do that.
Yeah, that's all you can do during a pandemic. No, honestly speaking, I found myself pretty entertained and pretty lazy during this whole pandemic fucking shit. It's like, it's so weird because during this whole pandemic, it doesn't even feel like there's a pandemic going on. Because like I can still go to restaurants, I can still go fucking Walmart. It's just, I don't know, it's so weird.
I'm gonna be real. I don't want anyone to like follow my example because I live in a pretty like special area, but like not a lot has changed for me other than just like the worry that's kind of set in. I can still go out and like pick up food, and I can still like go shop at like Walmart or whatever, even though they look like a fucking asylum now.
That's weird. It's weird the difference what separates us in this whole thing, because you guys say very little has changed because just the way your areas have treated it. But for me, I say very little has changed for a completely different reason, because while where I am, it very much changed dramatically my life because of the way it is pretty much stayed more or less the same. It just became a little more indoorsy, just a bit more than it already is. So it's just more the same, really, for me. But I'm sure plenty of other people are coping really hard with this. I'm just living the same life I've always lived. And,
yeah, and you know, I hope all those people are doing okay and all, but like, I think this has really shown like who is the crazy crackpot out of the people that you know. Like, who's the wild like Alex Jones tin hat?
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. Yeah,
God.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because there's definitely been some fucking crazy individuals during this whole thing. But then again, the human race is fucking retarded, so you know, fuck the human race.
Well, that took us about less than 5 minutes, didn't it, to start saying we hate humanity? That didn't last long. Suck podcast, everybody.
Yeah, we start every suck from now on with we fucking hate humans.
Yeah, we're not actually humans. We're just biological. Like we're embedded into the YouTube DNA now. Like, we're just like inside the YouTube.
We're the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, we are the algorithm. This is like some fucking Matrix level shit.
We're the algorithm. This is the whole thing with YouTube. This is our fault.
Every single little problem has been our fault this entire time.
You're welcome.
That's what we get when we run a terrible fucking site.
I'll tell you what.
You know,
I have
you remember
not
when
heard,
fucking...
I've heard so many people fucking like try and tell me this is like a bioweapon.
I've heard that once, and I'm like, really?
Like both
Really?
my parents
This
think
is
this is like a fucking weapon from China to say like, oh, they're doing it so they can like destroy like the economy or something. Like, the fuck are they? They've lost like a million
Like the
people
trade,
so far.
like, do they rely on it a little bit? Isn't
Yeah,
that
a
like
little bit.
the trade? Like they need other countries to be able to know. If they destroy everyone else, isn't that going to kind of backfire? I don't
Well,
know.
important, yeah.
Sounds right. I don't think it's a bioweapon. I don't. But the thing is, with me, that I'm too skeptical of the competence of any government. I think that's how I always feel. I never believe in some fucking secret Illuminati conspiracy shit because I never have enough faith in any government to be competent enough to be able to construct something that smart and calculate because they're so shit at everything.
No one can house like enough secrecy and like one of these bitches.
It's not just secrecy. It's just that I believe that no one's good enough. I believe it's more likely to believe that it's just a stupid mistake that's gone horribly wrong or a dumb accident and people are just fucked up more than anything. Because that makes a lot more sense to me because people keep doing it all the time.
It's basically just another Chernobyl down to like the lies, the accident,
yeah.
like
they
the
try to
fake
cover it up.
death
That's when
toll.
the change comes in.
It's just happening again. I can't wait like 30 years from now we get some like badass documentaries about this.
There won't be any badass documentaries about this.
How badass can it
about
be?
Chernobyl.
They're coming up all the interesting information, and there's nothing else to tell other than stupid stories of people.
I'm
being
certain there's more to tell about this. I just don't want to be like conspiracy about it. I just want to wait for that to come forward.
Dude, if this was like Chernobyl, like, oh my god, we'd all be in a different situation right now. Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't think
like
it's
Chernobyl. Like if it was as effective or
like, I think the word I'm looking for is as effective as Chernobyl. Like if our entire fucking. I thought you were asking. Oh my god!
That's exactly what I said.
I think the words I'm looking for are your words, actually. Yeah, your words. They're the words I was looking for. Thank you for finding them for me.
Yeah, okay, so like if like COVID had like the same effects as like huge doses of gamma radiation or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
What you're saying?
Yes. Fuck
so
you.
like what? Like you get hit with coronavirus and like your nuts fall off or something?
Oh
Has your
god.
nuts fall off?
Say it does now.
My nuts have not fallen off, thank you.
How come mine did? I don't understand.
No, that might be your own little thing there.
Might have just gone to Chernobyl at this point. Might have been pretty effective on you.
Yeah, it's been pretty effective on me. That's where I've been the past couple fucking. How long has it been since we did the last suck?
About 2 months.
2 months. Yeah, 2 months.
About 2 months, because that was the last time I had the
Yeah, so in that time frame, in the 2 months, I actually just fucking went to Chernobyl. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna avoid COVID. I'm gonna go to Chernobyl. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's a smart idea.
You think a dumbass amount of gamma radiation would kill that thing?
You know that's a good question actually, because you know how like they kill cancer.
Corona
Hey, no, they kill cancer by using more cancer. You know that, right? So like, hey, you know that shit can work. That shit.
I know. Like I've seen like subway systems use like flashes of like UV light that supposedly like damages the virus if it's like lingering on the stations or whatever.
That's weird.
But like, no, I'm pretty sure if you developed radiation sickness, then I don't think the coronavirus would matter.
Isn't it an airborne virus though? Is it not?
Not really. Like it lingers, but it's not like it doesn't like travel through the air.
Huh.
If it was airborne, we'd all be fucked. Like there'd be no.
Yeah, we'd all fucking die.
I just wanted to clarify.
That'd be like,
yes, it is. Okay, well, we're getting a bit mixed messages here, but
no, it is. It's like it
Yeah,
lingers
but isn't it
for like
to do with
3.
people
I
coughing and
wouldn't-
shit?
I wouldn't call it like airborne if it like goes out. I remember seeing like on the news, it goes out after 3 hours, being like in the air.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Like airborne, I
So-
consider like it can like travel like over.
So
Right.
wait, what the fuck? So like after the three hours of the initial outbreak, then it's probably fine to just walk around. Then it's
It's
not.
because
No,
people keep spreading it
No,
on
it's
the
just in
surface.
the, I'm just saying it's just in the air. Like it can sit on surfaces. Like if it like lands
Yeah.
on like a bench or something, it stays there for like days.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
But no, if it's just like in the air where it doesn't have any like anything to rest on or any resources, yeah, it just like
Hmm.
pops.
Okay, well, didn't take us long to get back on that topic, did it, guys? Yeah. We got a lot of great topics tonight, yes, and we're going to keep talking about the same thing everyone else is talking about. Woo! And
Let me get
discussed this
airborne.
last time. Viruses can't be both easily spreadable and hard to kill at the same time. Well, there you go. There you go. That's it. That's
I thought
hopefully.
you were gonna say something else, but then you just like,
I hope
well,
not.
that's
Oops. What were we going to say?
it. No, just the way you, like you said that, it sounded like you were gonna start talking again. Then you just stopped yourself. It's like, oh, okay, no, that's it. No, that's it.
I may be stupid.
What?
I may be stupid.
I'll be honest with you.
Why did that fucking make you laugh? Shut up.
Because it's funny. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm gonna be
Alright.
honest with you.
Come on. It's just in jokes now. Let's get to
You
topics.
know
What
what
we
he's
got?
doing? You know what he's doing actually?
What?
I remember the last like
Oh, oh
yeah,
yeah,
AJ,
yeah.
You remember like the last like big news that he had was like how like if he was on lockdown for like years and years to come that he'd like eat his neighbors.
Oh yeah.
I
He
didn't see
did.
that.
He said something about that. Then he got like arrested, didn't he?
What?
No,
I didn't hear that part. I heard the part where like he'd like say he'd eat his neighbors to like help sustain his children,
I
but
think he was arrested for DUI.
No, I
wasn't he?
heard some shit about like how he got in legal trouble because someone got scared that he would fucking like AJ would kill someone.
Let me look it up. Hang on. We need to do research on this podcast. We can't just be spitting out false information.
give us the
I-
sources. Yeah, give us the
It
sources.
could have been. It could have been something else though. I don't.
Let me check it
fucking
out.
Remember?
I watched.
Driving charge. I was right. DWI. Wait,
What's the
what?
difference?
What the fuck is W? Isn't it DU? Driving under influence, isn't it? What the fuck does the W mean? With
wait,
influence? What?
Yeah, he's driving with
he-
them. He's driving with the drugs. He's driving like in the passenger
You helped
seat.
him. He's driving with the alcohol in the passenger seat. He's driving with influence.
I'm gonna get you to my house, DMT.
Okay, so
We're gonna have a good time.
completely different fucking thing then.
Yeah, but I see what you mean though. I saw the thing about him getting
I'm
arrested.
gonna
It was a
take
bit-
all of you at once. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat my neighbors. I know what he was talking about. Is the thing.
Driving while intoxicated. There you go.
Oh,
See, this guy,
fucking
I'm
God.
fine. Is here with the fact checks. Thanks for keeping us from being.
That's just a under the influence. Basically, like is kind of like an
The same thing.
all-encompassing term.
What's the
Like,
difference?
drugs, alcohol. I don't think you can be
Oh.
like intoxicated on like pain meds or anything.
Oh,
can you?
so DWA is like specifically alcohol, whereas DUI
Okay.
could be other drugs, right?
It's just a general term for anything that
Not
can
really
really
necessary,
fuck you
but
up.
like whatever. I know what he was trying to say.
Retarded,
Is that,
VR. How about that one?
I know exactly what he was trying to say. Is that like he'd be like he would get desperate, like if this
Yeah.
lockdown, you start like apocalypse preparing or whatever. I just think he explained it in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Well, instead of like I would definitely like stock up and I'd like try and like look out for myself and only myself, I'd stop like giving. No, he just goes and says like I will chain my neighbors up and like skin them and gut them and like he got into like detail.
Dude,
I love that guy. I can't help it. I love him.
Extreme
at least
Jonesy.
he's honest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's honest.
Yeah, I just-
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be fucking his neighbor if I heard that shit. I'd fucking.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be fucking his neighbor either.
Stop looking.
Oh, thank you. No, I get what you mean.
I'm,
well,
like, watching
you know
like
what?
his show,
Actually,
and
no,
then
I'm
you see him drive
yeah.
home the next day, and it's just like,
Yeah, you just see him slowly drive by your house, and you look out your window. He's just staring you dead in the fucking face, dude. I'd fucking.
Oh,
hey,
Dude,
that's-
if you
I'm
fucking
gonna
ate me,
eat you.
Why did you? He's
He fucking ate me. I don't know why he would eat me because I have nothing on my fucking body, dude.
Yeah.
Ow.
All right. Well. Very interesting, but I feel like the audience is sort of lost on where we are right now. Give us some pointers, guys. What's happening?
Speaking of insano decisions made by like less than competent people,
YouTube update, comment section, moving to the wrong place. Is this what it's going to be about? I'm playing the guessing game.
you know what? Actually, yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna do
It's
that
the
first.
description.
Do we even know what the fuck we're talking about tonight? What the fuck?
What?
Do we even know what the fuck we're talking about
I
tonight?
have everything here. I'm just trying to like listen to these guys first.
The virus, the
No,
AJ
fuck the
thing.
comments.
and
We don't
now-
listen to comments.
Apparently,
We don't-
yeah, the mobile YouTube comment section is actually awful now.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So what happened?
But to know this,
I don't really watch it. Oh, did they move? Is it the thing where they moved? Jesus, is it the thing where they moved the comments like above the recommended
Yeah.
videos?
Yes.
And not. It's not the.
See,
I don't understand that. Why do they do that?
There's
because
no
they
reason.
YouTube.
There's
they
no
love-
reason. You can't find a reason for that.
I'd like to see them just try and give one, but they never do. They never actually
There's-
explain themselves. They just be like, here.
There's never a
here's
justification for it. It's just like, oh, we did this.
Yeah, they can
Yeah,
never
it's not
fucking
like-
just
you know,
sit
it's- yeah,
them
it's
down
not
and
like-
explain
like,
themselves. You know?
Yeah, it's the whole thing where like it's like nobody really can fight against it.
Yeah.
You can't really,
And it's so
like,
slippery. Like you can't just get Susan to sit down in a chair and be like, right, why did you do this? Don't politician your way around the answer. Tell us why you did this. And we
I
can't
was
just
about
get
to fucking- I
out.
was about to
They don't
say like.
If they at least politicianed around it, like that would be more of an answer than just like, oh, it happened.
Oh, we did this. That's what happened. Okay.
I was about to fucking say, like, I thought you were about to say, like, you get Susan in the chair locked
Okay,
up.
I'm going to take a shot on the floor. Care to have me explain why I did
And then
that?
Alex
Because I
Jones
did.
comes in and he's like, he's about to fucking eat Susan. I don't know, fucking.
Dude, relatable segue humor.
Yeah, segue humor. Yeah, so I told you, Laser, this was going to come up in the chat, so we have to address it because
I'll get
Even
to
if
it.
it's
I see it right
yeah,
here.
I
won't
told you
mention it.
someone was going to mention it.
Yeah, I have it right here. We'll get to it.
Oh.
I just reading this, like,
Fat fucking
I have it right here.
yeah, right here. We're gonna
Oh
get to
man,
it.
giant book.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
we'll-
it's like now, like whenever like you try and go into like comment like threads, like you have to press the comment section to get into the comments first of all,
Mm.
and then you have to press like another comment to get in like that thread with like the replies.
Yeah, I'm aware of that on mobile already.
So now there's like two exit buttons, one to get out of the comment thread and one to get out of the comments altogether. They replaced
man.
like the old like thread exit with now just like the comment exit button. So I always just like come out of the entire comment section whenever I'm trying to go out. It's
Oh.
so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
fucking
terrible.
bad.
They didn't
And
consider
mobile,
anyone.
mobile was always really bad as well. I just remember I used it a couple of times over the years. It's always been bad, but it just blows my
I
mind. that
basically,
they-
like, never use YouTube on my phone anyways, and it's just like, the fuck?
Yeah, what fucks me over it is that they tried to make an excuse that they were trying to help mobile users and other people when they did stuff like taking away annotations because mobile people can't see it. Oh, like you give a shit about your mobile version, you keep making that worse as well. It's just not on, man. It's mind blowing how they can keep shooting themselves in the foot so many times. I had a thought the other day. The one single good thing YouTube have added in the last like 5-6 years that I can think of is pinned comments. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of because I like using those. That's it. I can't think of a single other. Everything else has just been bad and taken away and worse and just ruined.
Yeah.
Just pinned comments. That's all they got. Watch them remove that now. Susan listening. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
we're
see
gonna
that people
remove
like
pinned
it. We're gonna
comments?
remove
Oh
it
my
now.
god.
I'm surprised they're not going to remove the comment section altogether. That's why
That's
they're
what it
moving
feels
on
like. It feels like
mobile.
they're
They
removed
did.
the comment
They
section on
kind
mobile.
of did already. They kind
Oh
of
my
did.
god, they did. I
They
shouldn't
did
even
on
joke.
fucking the kids videos, whatever.
Well, the kids
Whatever
one,
you-
that's
Well,
different
that
though,
makes
because
sense. Yeah, YouTube Kids, like that's their own like.
that's got like
Yeah,
a whole thing behind it because of the whole
whatever.
copper thing and all that.
But there's so
worry.
many videos I've seen that like get mislabeled as like for kids.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I remember the fucking
funny toy, not sex, not porn.
You
funny
guys remember
kids
that old I don't know if we talked about this last time, but there was this fucking like fan animation of like a My Little Pony character getting like chainsawed, like based
Yeah,
on
I've
the
seen
original
it.
art
Oh
style,
yeah, like the hot.
and it was
dog
labeled for
video.
fucking kids because of the animation.
Oh,
That's bad.
great! That's
So
awesome.
nobody could comment or like or dislike on it. It's fucking great.
Yeah, well done.
Imagine like a
See?
color palette deciding your fate.
Dude, it's blue. Dude, it's bad. It's blue. We're going
Face.
full
Face.
fucking circle. If you guys have blue,
Oh,
in your
no.
video, it's gonna be
Oh
labeled
my
for
god!
kids.
We predicted this. We predicted colors would be bad, and look, they are.
Stupid.
No, but YouTube is red. Red's supposed to be good.
No, we're talking
isn't
about
it?
just colors in general. Like if you
Oh.
if you have colors in your
Colors are blue.
videos, it's gonna be labeled for kids.
Yeah, if you're blue, then
Oh yeah,
you're shit.
colors. Yeah, I remember that was one of the copper things that they said that no pets, no colors, no fun.
No,
Gotcha,
no
yeah.
slang phrases. No, like, no
It's like just a
excitement or whatever.
5-minute video of a grey square, and that's it. Just grey.
Just like great. Yeah,
Gray
didn't
square.
someone make like a parody video of that? Where they
Probably.
like they literally
Don't let
tried
them
to
find.
like,
Don't let them like scan it with Photoshop or whatever and find like a slight bit of RGB in it. Because if it's a bit too much red or blue or green, oh, you're gonna get that 42 grand fine, mate. You know.
I like how everyone just laughed at that and then nothing ever happened with it.
Yeah. Why? Let's have a bit of a retrospect. Nothing really. Whatever happened to the whole copper thing? It hasn't really done anything yet, has it? Or hasn't it?
No,
Or maybe
nothing at
something
all.
did happen.
it's basically the fucking the whole what the fuck was it called, net neutrality thing that happened a while
Yeah,
ago.
that fucking went nowhere at all. What's going on? What's going on? Fucking Ajit Pai is just sitting in his fucking mansion now, just worried he's gonna catch an illness. Nobody cares
Yeah,
anymore.
nobody said anything about him in like years.
I feel like this whole virus thing has just thrown everything off. As I said this the other day, guys, remember Brexit? Remember that? No, and this is a thing for like UK people specifically, because over here, I don't know about you guys, but over here, it was like every single day in the newspaper, on the news, on TV, people just never shut the fuck up about it every fucking day. People got so sick of hearing that word and that phrase. But and it's just like, hey guys, remember when that thing happened? Remember when that existed? Because you would have thought it was all just a fucking fever dream by now, because it feels like a world away. It's weird. It's history.
I'm gonna be completely real here. I fucking hate the FCC. I saw the news maybe like last week or so about how they were putting up a satellite for like I don't remember what it was, maybe like 5G. I'm pretty sure it was like 5G. Like they're putting up a satellite so like that network could be bolstered. And like every other like defense and like other cabinet within like the US government basically told them like this will fuck with every single GPS system, not only like for people driving, but for like military assignments and like drones and shit. You should not do this. And the FCC was just like, we're gonna do it.
Well, they can't. If it fucks with the military, then they're gonna get fucked. No, they can't fuck with the military shit.
I don't understand how that works. I don't understand how they can
like power over that.
The thing is that like, there's no evidence other than like what the people have looked into, because like it hasn't happened yet. So like
so they haven't built the satellite.
Well, they haven't launched it yet.
Oh,
but they're just saying like based on like what like the specs.
Watch us all get fucked. Watch everyone start crashing all their cars and shit and going to the wrong places, and the military starts all exploding and shit.
The satellite launches so fucking fast. Like they did it like a mistake. They just launch it and they just fucking goes into like the other satellite, and we all lose internet access permanently.
Oh my god. Don't fucking say that, man. I'm scared now. Now I'm actually scared. Never mind the whole fucking pandemic bullshit. I don't care.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
You want to say potentially no internet? Oh, well, now we're all gonna die. That's it.
That was Ajit Pai's fucking
Mr. Pai, please listen.
Yeah, that's just planned all along.
Just get here. Look, spin this little spinner and just relax. Right, go in a corner.
Oh yeah, I remember you made that stupid fucking video trying to calm everyone down, and you like had fidget spinners with like Nerf guns or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like
so many green screens.
Stupid. Yeah, it was a green screen with like different people and like trying to make like all these hip references. You made a reference to like Star Wars or something. And he's like gaming or something.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Star Wars.
Yeah.
Especially when they make millions for just existing.
Just making me hate everything now. Why you guys got to bring up these topics? I feel miserable now. I feel like I fucking
every
hate
time we
everything.
do this podcast-
Everything is miserable.
Dude, we do this
S.U.C.C.
every fucking podcast. Every suck. We do this
China,
every suck.
fucking-
We talk shit about
Ugh.
fucking literally everything.
Yeah, but I want.
Deserves it.
Yeah, but there must be. I want to talk about something positive for once. Why can't we talk about something nice?
Okay, what's positive then? Go ahead.
Doom Eternal. Oh wait, no, it's not because there's stuff
Doom
to
Eternal
complain
and
about.
then De Novo. That's positive.
Oh. Fuck. Fuck.
I guess that's a good way to
Why
go
can't
into
we
it.
have
So,
nice things?
yeah, was it Thursday? I think it was like last Thursday.
It's been like about a week, hasn't it?
Like
You
over,
guys need-
yeah, not like
I don't know
the
what
Thursday
it is.
before last. I mean, like id Software decided it'd be a great idea to put in an extension to their De Novo in order to like protect their battle mode, which from some source we don't know where apparently has like a cheating problem. Even though
What?
I'm like the one out of like 12 players of battle mode, and I've never seen like a cheater before.
Dude.
Okay.
And the best part is, this wasn't a Bethesda decision. Everyone keeps thinking it's a Bethesda decision. They straight up said on their like Reddit post or whatever that it was all them that did
Yeah,
this.
they
not
clarified
Bethesda.
like how it happened.
Yeah, but it
in the
wasn't-
Reddit post.
Yeah, but it wasn't the real id, was it? You can't make excuses. It was
It wasn't the real id,
Bethesda.
it was-
It actually wasn't Bethesda. It was us. It was id. Yeah, but you're not the real id, are you? You're not John Romero and John Carmack. Are you?
It fucking
wasn't the
pisses me
real
off
id.
because like it's bad enough that I can't even play the game as is. Like I don't know if I talked about this a while ago, but like I even though I played the game for a little bit, it's frustrating because De Novo already prevents me from playing the game as is.
What? Wait, no, you guys got to explain this shit. Like, you, from what I've read about it for like 2 seconds, it's like some anti-cheat thing, and you say you've never
So-
seen this cheat existing. So what? Why is it bad? You need to explain
Okay,
to me
no.
because I don't know this.
Okay, for context, when the game first came, okay, so this is a little history lesson for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah, I need to know.
Okay, so when the game first came out, get this. When the game first came out, it didn't launch with any DRM except for Bethesda.net login.
Yeah, that was
So-
I fucking hate that. Yeah.
So and then get this, like not even like what, a week later or a few days later, they fucking patched in something called De Novo, and basically what it is, it's anti-piracy, and what it does is it basically just like bitch slaps you if you play it offline. You have to be
What?
connected to the internet so it can verify that you quote unquote legally own the game.
What?
And if you don't, it kicks you out of the game. It calls you a bitch. So that's what I had in trouble with. the most.
Which game particularly? What? Just the campaign?
The whole game.
yeah.
Well, wait a minute. You got to slow down. When was this?
This is when the game came out.
What? But I've been playing.
Wait, no, you're thinking of the initial one. That's the anti-tamper. That's the piracy one. Like,
Yeah,
that one's-
I'm doing like a timeline here. That's why.
Okay, I'm confused because I played Doom Eternal like a month ago on PS4 from start to finish. I had
Well,
to
it's
turn
not-
the PS4 internet off, but
It's
there
not
weren't no
on
things telling me
consoles.
no.
It's not on consoles. It's on.
Oh, it was PC
this-
only.
Yeah, this De Novo crap has been on like fucking like almost every AAA like PC game now. Like
Right.
literally every single big
Oh.
fucking AAA game is gonna have De Novo in it, and they're gonna
See, I
remove it like
didn't
2
know.
years later.
I dislike the way modern gaming practices
okay,
go,
guys,
and I
the
didn't
way
know
that-
this was a thing.
The way that De Novo works on PC is that like once you play it online once, it'll let you play it offline for like a week or two before De Novo calls you a bitch again.
The fuck?
That's
The
how it
fuck is
fucking
this
works.
Bullshit. I didn't ask for this subscription. I just want to play the fucking game. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why is
It-
everyone got to be so
It's fucking
oh.
stupid.
Just
It-
give me the
it's
game,
really
give me the thing, let me play it.
Yeah,
If
that
you
was
had
pretty
the
bad.
console-
But the thing is that like they've like last week they ended up extending it.
Yeah, they made it even worse now. So now they have
They
something
didn't
like
remove it.
called De Novo. No, they didn't even remove it either. They probably will 2 years later,
I
but
swear I
that's
saw like an apology. They said they were going to remove it.
They
No,
already said they were gonna remove it. Yeah.
they're removing the anti-cheat, not the anti-tamper or the fucking online.
what's the
shit.
difference? What's the anti-cheat then? If that's not what we got a problem with.
So so here's the thing about the anti-cheat. It's even worse, right? Because what the anti-cheat actually does is that it installs a driver or whatever that has full, complete backdoor access to your PC.
What?
And all
I
of its
can't believe I'm hearing
information, like any information that is being received or sent goes onto some bullshit Amazon server.
What the fuck, man? This is some conspiracy shit, man. I can't trust any of these companies anymore.
Everyone
What the
fucking
fuck?
laughed at me when I fucking talk shit about the Bethesda.
Yeah, internet, yeah.
And then now this shit happens, and you
happened?
guys are fucking just wow.
Wow.
I
I'm
honestly
shocked.
I honestly tried to refund the game when this happened. I got my refund denied twice. Steam needs to add a feature where they can allow people to get refunds after major updates, because major game companies can start doing shit like this, and it's gonna fuck over a lot of people, especially a lot of people who are playing this game.
Jesus. Man, this is fucking
Everyone hates it.
I didn't even know for the chat and that. These two guys know. I had no idea because I don't play modern games, especially on
You're
PC.
strictly on console for this. You missed the blunt.
I only played Doom
Anyone
2016 Eternal on PS4, so I had no idea.
Completely unaffected, by the way.
And I was pissed off enough with the whole, you must suck Todd Howard's dick to be able to fucking use features, but not just that. I was happy with, okay, I just won't play online. I just want to play the campaign. I don't care about battle mode and blah blah blah. I just want to play the campaign. That's what I bought the game for. But no, they don't give you the option to skip it. They force that screen on you.
The anti-cheat, it installs regardless of whether or not you play online or not.
But I had to turn the internet connection off the PS4 to be able to do it. Unfortunately, that gets past the Todd Howard big cocksuck thing.
That's how I got it through initially. Yeah.
But fucking hell, I can't believe it. So on PC, you wouldn't even be able to do that. You'd be forced no matter what.
Well, yeah, like I said, this is how my process went when the game first came out, right? This is what I had to do. So I had to start I first initially started offline. Thank you, baby. I had to start it offline, and what I did, Denuvo was telling me, fuck you, restart the game in online mode. Okay. I started in online mode, get the Bethesda Net login screen. Okay, fuck this. I quit out the game, go back into offline mode, and then I start the game again. I have to do that every week to play the fucking game offline.
That whole thing about, they give you a week, we'll allow you to play it by yourself and be free for 1 week, and then it's straight back to prison again.
I still can't believe
this is disgusting, man.
Who fucking said it? Who fucking said it that you can play the game offline? But they're not lying. They said you could. My fucking ass can barely go offline. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, this is pretty fucked up, actually.
The thing is that this is all meant for the fucking battle mode.
For a game mode, I've been saying from the very beginning, no one's going to play.
Yeah, it's all about the campaign. I thought they realized that from the previous game, that their strength was the campaign, and that's what they should focus on.
That's why they removed their fucking multiplayer from the first place, because they wanted to make a fucking... Oh my god.
They have deathmatch for that.
It fucking pisses me off. Yeah, they removed the whole June 2016 multiplayer out of the whole game. They're not going to put it in because they wanted to focus on a fucking bigger experience. Is that not what we fucking heard from them?
The thing I heard with why their multiplayer is why it is because they wanted something that translates the experience of your power fantasy in the campaign to their multiplayer.
Yeah, my power fantasy being fucking.
They wanted to feel you are some kind of demon killer in both single and multiplayer, and not just it's deathmatch now. That was their reasoning. It
my
sucks,
power fantasy
but
of being chastity caged by fucking Bethesda and id and their fucking AAA modern gaming bullshit where they force.
I'm not even talking about all the gates that all sucks. Denuvo is objectively a piece of shit and should be removed from everything. But the actual game itself, that's their explanation.
Within 2 years, they're gonna remove it from Doom Eternal because they did what's fucked up. Doom 2016 had Denuvo, and they removed it years later.
So they did it again? They didn't learn?
No, every fucking every fucking gaming company does this. Like I said, every AAA game that's coming out right now, Resident Evil 2 remake had it. The Resident Evil 3 remake has it right now.
God.
And they're gonna remove it within a year.
They can't help themselves. It's no matter how classic the game is, as something as classic as Doom even, or the old Resident Evil shit,
from what I can hear, it quote unquote works.
It works. They have to fucking have the nerve to say that.
It takes hackers I don't know, a good month or two before they can actually crack it. But even then, it's why?
What's the point? So some hackers get the game. You do. What's the difference between a couple of hackers pirating your game and the sales that will be affected by you doing this bullshit and putting people off? I just don't see it working. I can't stand this. This is an awful practice, and it really puts me off. I can't trust any of these companies. It just sounds to me that they're all dodgy fuckers with the suits and the cigars trying to make the buck. I can't trust these people. It's just
the last time I'll
swindles.
play
Con
Doom,
artists.
by the way. Like after this, I'm not. If a new Doom game comes out, I'm not playing it.
Damn, really? That harsh?
That's
I still want to play
hits
campaign,
hard.
but that's it. I'm not interested in anything else, really.
like that.
I
Literally,
had thoughts about that too. Like, I'm definitely like gonna get the rest of like the single player DLC for this, but like,
Dude. Get this. I paid $80 for this, like for the deluxe edition when I pre-ordered it and everything. I didn't expect any of this. I got fucking scammed. And
Oh, I told you guys, didn't I? Oh, didn't I say it's all come back round now? I said never pre-order a game. I said I was tempted by Eternal, but I still didn't. And now I'm glad I didn't pre-order. I told you, I told every single one of you out there, never fucking pre-order, even when it looks like it's the best game ever.
Dude, it wasn't even like a problem when the game first came out. It just they did this after the fucking refund period, so nobody can be like, "Oh, this game sucks," and just refund it. They did this shit after the game came out, so nobody can refund it.
There you go.
That's why I'm saying that Steam needs to add this fucking feature, because not only can this be just Bethesda shitting on everybody now, this can be every
big company.
Yeah. Everyone can get fucked over by this.
It's strike me down.
This is really bad, man. We need to make
because any major update can come out now, and they can just say "fuck you," you can't play your game that you bought, and now
That's
you can't.
Exactly like I remember Activision with like how they handled Crash Team Racing is like, oh, they don't have any loot boxes on launch, and like they waited like 2 weeks for like all the PC Gamer articles to praise them, and then they added the storefront like sometime after that.
Yeah. It's fucked. See, that's the thing. We bought the game expecting to not get any of this shit, and then it happens. Like, this is the worst possible outcome. You would think that id Software would not do any of this shit.
I'm so disappointed in them, man. I had faith.
I really think they're just trying to take a bullet for Bethesda here. Like, I can believe them to an extent, like how maybe they weren't like forced into doing it by Bethesda, but I'm sure there was like some kind of like questioning or something.
You're still trying to believe that it was all the evil Bethesda.
Dude, how could you see it otherwise?
To this point.
I mean, it could be fucking Bethesda, but then again, like what Hex has said, you know, fucking it's modern id. So
yeah, it's a totally different team.
We never did anything like this with like 2016, and that one was like, while all the single player did great, it wasn't like one of the big fucking cash cows like Rainbow Six, which keeps selling like a whole bunch of like in-game stuff.
Shame.
There's really nothing in like 2016 that you could pay for other than like the snap map tokens, which no one gets.
Wait, what? What the fuck are snap map tokens?
It's like shit where you can like buy like different skins for like your snap map guy or whatever, or like speed up like your way. Yeah.
Skins for a map. What the fuck, guy?
Yeah, you can like pay for like assets with like tokens, which you can pay for. You don't have to.
Hold on, I'm gonna refund Doom 2016 right now. Hold on.
Oh my god, boycott time!
I didn't even know it existed because like the thing is like the first things that people make in Snap Map are like, oh, free Snap Map token glitch, and like you play one of those maps, you get like 50, 100 million fucking thousand, and you never have to pay for any tokens at all.
Okay.
And you of course unlock everything after playing one map.
That's great. Classic Bethesda, yeah.
Don't want me to pirate your game, make it good, and not go through this bullshit just to play it. That's what I'm saying. Just keep it simple. Why? For someone like me who is like very skeptical of most modern games, and it doesn't really prefer them in general, and it's very hard to get me interested. And the only thing that got me interested was the new Doom games. That's the only reason why I wanted to do all this. For someone like me, this kind of audience, it's really a problem. You're really not helping by doing this kind of shit that you guys are explaining here. This kind of shitty tactics. This is going to put people like me straight off. Like, I don't want to fucking play no modern games anymore. I can't trust this. I'm just going back to the old shit now.
Second video game crashed, baby. Let's go.
You know what's really fucked up about this? This can all go back to a quote Gabe Newell said. You know, the fucking guy who owns Steam.
Yeah, here we go.
He said He said the easiest way to stop piracy is not by putting anti-piracy technology. It's by giving people a better service.
Yeah, he was right.
He's fucking right, and that's what's fucked
That's
up
right.
about this.
Fuck games. I'm gonna go read books. No. I don't mean that. I mean you read
Bro,
books.
I'm gonna read fucking books.
That's
Fuck this.
all
Read
games.
All my
Doom
homies
books.
going to tabletop.
Dude, yeah. Dude, we
Nah.
can read the Doom books now. We have a fucking reason. Can't play Doom, so we're just gonna read the Doom books.
No, I'll just. I've
Please no
got
respect
plenty-
Flynn Daggart in that one.
Dude, yeah, there's no Nuvo on fucking books, dude.
Oh, don't give them ideas. They start releasing official books based on
You
the.
open book and like show the book to the sunlight.
You have to pay them a certain amount of money each month to get to read more pages because in invisible ink that gets digitally imprinted as you pay more money.
It's like
Stop
one of those
it.
trap
Stop
chests
it.
where if you try to lockpick it, it just like gushes like a bunch of water into the book and like it just ruins the pages and just like melts it.
No, I think there's plenty of older games I can spend my time with. I just cannot put up with these kind of shady, awful tactics. I can't stand this. Can't stand this this line of thinking for these companies and the way and you guys tell me this is the way it is with everyone now. This is how it's always done, and it's just I can't
much,
believe
yeah.
it's awful. I like to think it's
That's
just
why I
like
don't
one evil company, but it's
Yeah.
just the norm.
And
I
that's why
hate
it surprises us when like someone like id does this.
Not
because,
it.
I mean,
You would have
yeah.
chosen one, all that. You would have. You were the people we thought would never do something like that. And if they're doing it, everyone's fucking doing it, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm pretty sure. Like I said, after this, either they're gonna have to fucking suck my dick, or they're gonna have to like. Oh, I'm just never gonna buy it ever again because I mean,
Fucking like Pete Hines himself comes over and is like,
Mick Gordon
You want-
makes
you
a
want a little
game by
shocker?
himself.
you want a little mouse and keyboard? I don't know why that quote stuck with me when he did the presentation. He's like, "I'll show you a little mouse and keyboard."
you guys want a little mouse and keyboard?
What? What about
why
mouse and
that-
keyboard? What?
It's
Well, I
like
don't know
back in
why
2016 when they were like showing off like the Doom 4 footage and they were like playing it on console for like the first half of it and they were like, how about a little mouse and keyboard? And everyone cheered.
Yeah, because that's the optimal way to play.
Yeah, I don't know why that quote stuck with me. I just think it's funny.
How about a little mouse and keyboard? Yeah. No, saying Mikkel left Doom. No, I mean like what they would have to do in order to encourage you to play another one if Mick Gordon made his own game. Just his own indie game.
Me and Laser have been talking about this before. I don't know if we ever talked about it on Suck.
What's that?
But like we're thinking like, dude, if Mick Gordon, like instead of just like working for like big companies like id or whatever,
He just went with the fans. Yeah, you did say that.
exactly.
once.
Yeah, he would work directly with like people that make Doom mods and shit. Like sort of like how like how John Romero created Sigil and shit.
Sigil and got Jimmy to do the music and shit like that. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, imagine-
like the
dude,
polar opposite,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, imagine if John Romero fucking
Yeah.
teamed up with Mick Gordon.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Stop. My penis, please. How did you get me from like fucking hating everything to like suddenly wishful thinking again so quickly?
He's gonna make
Oh.
Sigil 2, and he's gonna make it like even
God.
Yeah.
Oh. And that'll be a
hear like
that'll be
the fucking like
idea.
electric like slide
but-
guitar, just like
Yeah, but like basically, what he could do really is to get a lot of fucking money, dude. Because a lot of people, I can see a lot of people doing this, but
Hmm.
like people can like commission him to make music for like people's fucking Doom maps or whatever, and that way it's fucking good money, dude. I mean, he's out of a job now, at least right now.
Yeah, right now he's like, I don't really know what else he's working on. He worked on like the Wolfenstein game music, didn't he?
Yeah, he worked on 2, right? Was it 2?
Pretty sure it was 2, yeah.
I don't know that much, but as far as I'm aware of, like,
He's just
for
done
anyone
what
that,
he does,
okay, yeah, for anyone that's like that has no idea what's going on, the context is apparently like after someone like discovered some really terrible sound mixing in the Doom Eternal soundtrack.
No, everyone figured it out.
Mick Gordon like responded saying like, that's not my mixing, that looks fucking terrible, and it started like a whole like fucking investigation, quote unquote, where like people kept thinking like Mick Gordon got fucked over by Bethesda, and then like someone at like id like who fucking made that Reddit post?
I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah, I know what you're talking
It wasn't
about.
Marty. It wasn't Hugo. It was Marty Stratton. It was that
What
one.
has Hugo got to say about all this? I haven't seen him say anything in the wake of all this crazy controversy. Has he never? He's never made a comment
Probably like
about
buying like 20,000 hookers right now.
yeah, because he's been
I
an
mean, think
absolute.
about it. If he had
shit
Doom
troll.
Eternal money, I'd fucking get hookers. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking drowning in money after Doom Eternal's launch, even though everyone got pretty much scammed out of it and they can't refund it. But,
I just don't want to see someone like that be dragged through this as well. Like, I don't know, not you too, in this whole scheme. Because every time I saw stuff of him, he always seemed to be so genuine and honest and passionate and cool. It just seemed like one of those people that's like, yes,
I could 100% believe that Mick Gordon like wasn't meeting deadlines and all, and like you got to do your job at the end of the day. Which
and then there was, like I said about the Reddit post, like it was about like him not actually meeting. Like they were explaining that like Mick Gordon didn't get pissed off at us or whatever. He fucking didn't meet the deadlines, and then he's saying this shit, and then everyone's like, "Oh, yay, praise Marty," because Reddit.
Yeah,
because Reddit. Wild.
Honestly, like I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I just think
it just took me a while to accept, really, like that. This might actually be his fault.
I mean, I don't want to say it's not, but at the same time, I don't know. There could, like I said, this could be something going on in the background that he didn't say, or there's something else going on.
I think the thing is, think about this though. Like, honestly, if people are jumping to the conclusion that it was Bethesda's fault in the first place, what does that say? Like, people already have this like huge negative image to where like if something wrong happens to like Doom Eternal, like, everyone's like, oh, it's Bethesda's fault. They just tried to like fisted it a little bit, and both times we've been wrong.
What does that say about Bethesda's publicity and their world and how people have come to know them after all these years? Yeah. What are they?
I don't know.
What are you going to say for yourself?
I still think
Naughty
Bethesda's a shit company. I think they should go bankrupt.
Yeah, Bob Trump.
Yeah, Bob Trump.
I love that. I love that Bob Trump is related to Bethesda.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just I don't understand. One thing I'll never fucking understand is that, like, if people give these companies such bad images, why do people still buy the games? Because every time I go on Steam and I check like the new and trending or like the top selling, it's always Fallout 76 on the top.
What?
Why?
What?
Why is Fallout 76 on the top?
Some people say it got better. I don't believe them.
The game is good. It doesn't even matter if the game is good. If the game was shit at first, nobody should support that. Like, if the game comes out like dog shit, you don't need to wait 2 years or 2 or 3 years for them to fucking fix the game. That should have been good on launch or whatever.
So they made the game. Yeah.
It's all about first impressions. If you fuck that up, you really just like shit on yourself. Like, I think
I haven't seen anyone, like, all I've ever seen of Fallout 76, I've never played myself, all I've ever seen of it is people taking the piss out of it and how bad it is and mocking it. How the fuck is it trending? Who's out there going, oh, this is pretty good?
That's what I want to fucking know. Why are people like buying it?
See, look, like, the guy in chat says No Man's Sky. What about that? What about No Man's Sky?
Everyone in the world has been talking about it.
I heard No Man's Sky got good too, but I really don't know. I just haven't looked at it. Apparently, they've like renovated like a lot of shit.
Apparently, all I know is that like another company jumped in and they're like, "Hey, let me."
Yeah, but Bethesda didn't do that, so it doesn't count. We're only shitting on them today.
Dude, the only person that got shot on in No Man's Sky was like Sean Murray, or whatever his name was, right?
Don't know the story.
He lied through his teeth about the launch. That's the thing.
Yeah, because he fucking lied so bad.
I'm kind of out of the loop with this. I'm just like, AAA companies bad, money greedy corporate guys bad, and you guys will know your shit. And I'm just like, well, what's going on?
Honestly, most of it's not even greed; it's just delusion.
Delusion.
It's just bubble. It's really just bubble. Like, I don't know how these guys don't see it. Like, we've gone through these like scenarios similar to this, like not quite the same, but similar over like years. I don't know how see this.
Interesting.
What is the lens they look through on like this whole
Like,
world of
they
video
have, like,
gaming?
they say they have like this unrealistic expectation that like anything that they like their personal vision of a video game is what everyone else likes,
Oh no.
or what they think can be done. Like, oh yeah, you know what? You know, be cool adding 13 million like particles into like someone's nipple, like fucking detail or whatever. I don't fucking know. Something
Yeah.
stupid like that, and
Some
nobody cares
shit.
about.
We
People
made
wanna
nipple ring high quality. Stockholders clap now.
Just what's cool, you know? I want to briefly touch upon something, seeing as we're talking about this topic of like game companies and things going bad and shit. I want to bring up that I think it was yesterday. It was the 20th anniversary of the release of Perfect Dark. I'm not sure if that's the North American or the UK release or whatever, but I saw some videos of like the team that worked on the original game, like interviews and talks about it, and they explained how they were given such creative freedom to work on the game, which is what it really shows why it's so good. There was no like strict deadlines or rules or things like that, and they were allowed to be as creative as possible, and a lot of the team didn't really have board meetings or things like that. They just sort of went off on their own things, and they just added stuff they thought was cool, you know, just things they thought were cool. And it really shows because the game is jam-packed full of so many awesome things in it. And it's one of the greatest games, in my opinion, ever made. So, and just
I really
the
wish they
stark
just
comparison,
port
you know,
for
between
Perfect
that and
Dark.
today.
I
What?
really wish they'd make a PC port for Perfect Dark. I don't know why the fuck. they
Oh,
didn't.
yeah. It's just not the same anymore because
It's
all
not the
you've
same. You
got.
should play with a shitty fucking thumb dick controller. Shut up.
The fuck? Why you attacking?
Yeah.
Chill. All right, the closest you got now, because Rare all disbanded and shit. It's all like Microsoft owned or whatever it is now. It's just Rare Replay. That's the closest you got to it. Is
Yeah.
that thing they released, and it's not the same. It's
Can't
not.
they just fucking re-release that? Because they had like the whole fucking Xbox Games Pass and all that garbage.
They did. They already did like a remaster of Perfect Dark on Xbox 360, and I think that's where they left it. It was pretty good though. I don't really play
I heard
Xbox,
they
but I did
fixed,
try
like,
it.
pretty much
It did
everything.
look pretty good.
Like the frame rate is perfect, and like the aiming is not like you have to hold down the stupid fucking Z trigger.
Oh, come
I
on. Everyone
fucking
knocks the
hate it.
controller. It's still one of the best FPS games of all time. Come on. It's second only to one. You know. But yeah, just seeing the way the old devs talked about it and their experience with creating the game, it spoke volumes compared to the way companies operate today and the way these games end up the way they are. You can just see how different it was, especially back then at the time, at the turn of the millennium, and the way games and their 3D, it was sort of that generation was shifting, and the way games were done back then, it was just a different time. And some of those companies, particularly that just pumped out some of the best fucking games, were just, you could just see that they were having such fun with it and just doing cool shit. And it just seemed like such a genuine, earnest group. And now it's just fucking, I can't stand the way it is today. Anyway,
I think another good company or whatever that's went a similar route where they like had so much fun doing their own thing and making fantastic games is like the Halo series.
Right.
There is a good video on YouTube made by Chromcat, and I think it's called The Ex-Developer Bungie Next to 343 Industries, and it's like a direct comparison of like what the previous company that had like all this creative freedom and like how much they like, it's all these like interviews about like how much they love like doing their own things and making things fun. And then like there'd be like a comparison to the modern company that's holding this franchise or whatever, making like very businessy decisions, like look at these graphics that we put in. Oh, you don't see that in video games, you know, and stuff like that.
You don't see graphics in video games?
You don't see graphics.
Some dumb shit like that. Like, you know, it's a good video. But
okay, I've heard of the guy.
So what we're saying here is that this all happened because the Slayer grunts in Doom Eternal.
That's it. That was the one criticism we had. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I didn't end up having a problem with the grunts. I just barely heard them from time to time because the game is so loud and there's so much noise going on. When I
the
get hit.
first like combat section I went into with like the imps and the soldiers, immediately when I get like shot by them, I just hear and like
Yeah,
No,
I
I
am
really
turning
hear
that
it.
off.
honestly.
Like every so often I go, oh yeah, you can hear it there. There, he did it. But most of the
Oh,
other
yeah.
time, you just hear. You can't
Yeah,
really
here,
hear the
I-
grunts.
I
It's
like
not
I
bad.
tried like I think after maybe like the third or fourth like then like I just had to turn it off.
Yeah,
Okay. I
here's the
never had to
video.
turn it off.
I'll put it in here for
Hmm.
right now.
Oh yeah, I see the video. Yeah, check it out later. Yeah, you guys should talk about The Last of Us 2. Yeah, what's going on with that? What's happening? Did they make like a
I
movie
haven't
and people
heard a
didn't like
lot.
it?
The thing, okay, the one thing that I do know about like
Oh, the
Last of Us 2,
programmers.
it kind of relates to like social media in a bit because Twitter just unveiled like this new system of replying.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that too.
Yeah, okay. So Twitter now you can set your tweets to where you can either let anyone reply to them or just people that you've tagged in the tweet.
Oh, is that how it works? I thought it was just nobody full stop. I thought
Well,
it was
that too.
no
Yeah, that's another
reply
option,
allowed.
but that doesn't
What?
matter because
Oh
like
my
at that point you're just like
God.
talking.
You
to
can
yourself.
disable replies on your tweet now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why?
to allow pussies to get away with their shitty hot takes. That's why.
And
it
that's
fucking
exactly
pisses me off.
what Naughty Dog did with like their past 2 posts. They didn't
Damn.
tag anybody, and they just basically made them advertisements.
So guilty. So guilty.
what did-
How can it be so transparent? Sounds cringe. Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. You
Wow.
know.
I just checked their Twitter and I see that 1 week close to The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to
Hidden
do it.
replies. Yeah, we know. It's so
Not even hidden
obvious.
replies, there's just none.
There's nothing. There's just why? Why would you disable them? I don't understand.
Pussies.
Because they're
Why?
pussies. Because they know they're in shit. Because everyone's talking shit about it. What did they do anyway? Were they treating their
Wait, did
programmers
something
bad or
happen?
something?
Wait, did
I
something
think,
happen
yeah.
in the game that I'm not aware of? Did something like
You mean like half of it getting leaked, or what?
I
That
don't-
was
I don't
part of
know.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
what are
Maybe
they doing-
part of it
what
was
are they
leaked and people
doing
just didn't want to
to-
see it. I don't know.
yeah, what are they doing to like make themselves want to disable comments? Did something happen?
I feel the game leaked. Oh, I think it's just the game leaked. Maybe
The
they're
whole
trying to
thing.
save face a little
Maybe the
bit.
whole like story leaked or something.
Oh God, yeah, that's probably a good reason then. Because then people would, everyone on fucking Twitter that does that shit. Remember when Doom Eternal was coming out? Everyone was posting fucking art book spoilers and all these other fucking shits.
Yeah, because
Probably to spoil
yeah,
it.
the
I
days up to
don't
Doom Eternal
care.
was just
It's awful.
People on
Yeah.
Twitter are fucking nuts.
Awful. What's awful about it? I'm actually curious. I'm fine. What is actually awful? Because I thought that Last of Us. A lot of people talked about
What's
the first
awful?
one,
Okay,
which was a
hold on.
really
I'm
great
gonna
game.
type it in the group chat.
What
so,
happened? Why did it become? Because I haven't played either of them. Again, I'm not a new games guy. Like, I don't know.
Played the first one, and my
I don't
experience.
know
was
why.
terrible.
It's
I
not
do not
Doom,
like
so I don't know what it is. Just treat me like that.
Alright, I'm gonna type this in so that way no one else gets spoiled to it. All right.
Okay. Is this a meme?
That has to be a match. That has to be a joke.
Is that a meme? Are you joking?
That has to be a joke.
That's a joke, right, Laser? That's a
That
joke.
has to be a joke. You're fucking with me.
You're fucking with me.
I haven't
Oh,
confirmed the
real.
latter half, but that's true.
What?
That's not true.
Come on.
I
it
know,
just looks
the,
like
I know the
so
game was
silly.
shit when I played it, but it's not that shitty. Come on.
I don't know for sure about the latter half.
I mean, I'm not
That's all-
saying
that's
that's
all I'm gonna say.
necessarily
Oh,
shitty,
we're gonna
but
find out in June. I'll say that much. Jesus
I'm not-
Christ.
I'm not necessarily saying that's a shitty thing. I'm just saying that just doesn't look like what what it would actually be. You look like you're pulling my leg. It looks like a
Alright,
joke.
Is there any images of it? Is there images or
There's videos if you want to look at it.
videos?
Okay.
Yeah, please find it. Please find one.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, well, the woke of us too, everybody.
But anyways,
look this up.
about my experience with the game, I played the first one on PS3,
Okay.
and apparently, oh my god, it was such a broken experience.
Broken.
Okay, apparently, from what I've been told, I'm playing it the wrong way, even though it came out on PS3. Because
What?
when it came out on PS3, it was a broken, buggy mess, and I could not beat the game
yeah.
because the game is just
Who
so.
made this? Bethesda.
Yeah, I literally got to a point where like I felt like I was in okay, the game is basically like a zombie game when it has a big narrative to it,
Yeah.
whatever. And like, there's so many parts where I've seen so many zombies T-posing in front of me.
What?
Yeah,
That happens?
there's stuff like zombies T-posing, assets popping in very slowly to the point where I fall to the map. There was one point where I couldn't get past. There's like this part where you have to go to a college or whatever, or some bullshit, and then like you get kicked off like a fucking like a whole floor and get like impaled on like a fucking railing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you get impaled and your whole body, like the animation gets bugged out and the whole game flips the fuck out and then it gets stuck. I couldn't progress past that point because
the
game
problem
was
is that you were
Might have
playing
been a
on
bad port,
PS3. Yeah, maybe it was just a bad port. PS4
Why
version.
would they fucking release the game?
That's what John said earlier. There's like, if it was shit when it came out, you know, PS4 version is better. Okay.
Like, if your game is shit on like, why release on the PS3 if it's gonna be shit? Just make it exclusive at that point. Why?
Yeah.
Why even bother? Like, if you release a game shit like that, then why even bother?
It was weird, man. But yeah, I just know, I've just seen word from over the years, just people generally saying Last of Us, the original game, is very good. I've seen a lot of like positive vibes on it. I don't really see many people shitting on it. I see a lot of people saying liking the game. I don't know. That's all I gathered from the general internet opinion. But then everyone suddenly is memeing on this new one, so I just don't know. I don't know what the buzz is. I want to know what's going on. You know, it's
All you do now.
If people want to
transition to
PS4, why not just make it exclusive then, so people can?
That's kind of like, isn't that kind of like GTA 5 though? Because it came out during a time where PS4 wasn't really out yet, so they couldn't make it exclusive. But it was enough time
on PS4 if I could buy it on PS3. I had to buy.
Yeah, why would I want to buy a PS4 game if it's on the PS3? So I don't buy a fucking $500 console just to play one fucking game.
I'm fine. Laser posted it in our chat, in our call chat, so he didn't spoil it to the stream chat. And I was saying it looks like a joke, and you just showed me a depiction of what he said.
Let me watch this. I need to see this.
I'm not watching the video because like I don't want to play it like in the stream, but
Mint.
I'm gonna watch it.
Nice.
Don't worry, I'm gonna watch this. So.
All right. I'm not even that interested. I just want to know a general gist of it. Like, I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. Oh, Boogie did a video explaining. Okay. Probably not going to watch that. The fuck is this? Okay, well, games suck these days. Thanks for letting my mum see this in her recommendations. You're welcome, Super No Man 69.
You're welcome.
We have the best audience.
69's mom.
Yeah. Just know that some people are extremely pissed. Pissed? Oh, you mean like they're mad because it got leaked and they're like really excited for the game and they're like pissed off because
they're mad at the scenario because like of how they like how Last of Us 1 impacted them, I guess.
Right.
Like how Last of Us 2 is impacting their characters physically.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
know. I just can't get invested in it, man. It's not Doom, so I can't feel anything for it. Sorry, guys.
It's not Doom.
It's not Doom, so I don't care.
It sucks. It's not Doom.
Yeah, people be thinking I'm legit feeling like that. That's just like a really like exaggerated caricature of my character.
I know.
The word suck gets this on her recommendations. Okay, I'm gone. Okay, well,
that was great.
I don't know. My niece usually uses her phone, and this is one of the results letting her use it. Well, we are not responsible for any inappropriate viewings of audiences. This is a free country, free place.
Service,
all right, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Penis, pussy, fuck. There.
Oh dear. Fucking cunty bollocks. Well, I think we're done with that then.
Motherfucker dick.
Yeah. Last of Us 2 delayed because cinemas are closed. Yeah.
We have our own fucking like combination of words just to spew out.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
We have our own Tourette's.
I like that funny when people meme on games like that, like comparing it to just being a film. It's just a movie.
Yeah.
In a console, but
I get what fucking games were at the time because everything was about cutscenes and shit, not actual game. I mean, when I played Last of Us, it was a very linear game.
I'll watch a film. Like, I'm not opposed to like just watching a movie. If it was just like a fan film or something, maybe it'd be interesting to watch. But when I get a game,
we're not going for like this group of fat white nerds. We need to get this group of fat white nerds.
Oh, you mean the ones? And we're going to get to that as well. I've got so many topics tonight. Oh, this is going to be a juicy episode. Hey, you guys, you want to stick around?
What
This is
the
going to be
fuck else
great.
are we talking about?
I was trying to say, I'll watch a film if it's good, but if I get a game and I sit down and I get ready to play, I want to fucking play it. You know, I don't want to sit there watching cutscenes all day. Like maybe one or two
I
cutscenes to
can't stand
establish.
watching gameplay of games, even if it's like coming out or like I want to hear something about it. Like literally the only reason why I'd ever want to watch a gameplay of a game is just for like a walkthrough or something. If I get stuck.
To find out how to do some shit.
I can't stand like just watching gameplay footage.
If I have like no intention of like ever playing it, but like I'm still like, oh,
I'm tugging my collar right now.
Like, the content here is like a little bit interesting, then I'll be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll check it out, but I don't want to play it.
These guys are like, I don't like watching any gameplay footage, and I'm just sitting there going,
Gameplay footage, watch talking.
Yeah, like
okay,
when
that's true. Thank you.
Half-Life Alyx came out, like I want to play it, but I'm not ever gonna watch any gameplay of it because there's probably gonna be a day where I will play it. You know
Exactly. Yeah. If I ever have like the slightest thought, like maybe I will play this, then yeah, I want to like keep it. But like otherwise, yeah, just go ham.
So yeah, we got a bunch of other topics. I don't know if you've written this down, Laser, but we got other stuff. We got to quickly go over the whole drama bullshit thing. But then there's another thing we got to talk about. That's the YouTube bit. Then we got to talk about the Twitch bit. Oh yeah, Twitch is getting worse.
Oh,
it's getting even worse. Never
going back. Never going back.
Never going back. It's getting worse. It's getting fucking worse, man. Oh, I'm laughing. It's just so bad. It's so bad.
Hold on, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, let's all laugh. Do you know what I'm talking about though? Like what's recent? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
Better, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What a fucking lunatic! What is wrong with this company that they are going to allow people that obviously mentally unstable to be part of official staff? I don't care if it's some little shit like safety advisory bollocks. Like, it's still an official position on moderation or staff or whatever team. It's a position of power and official.
Really. That's all they are.
Yeah, but you be given this kind of level of responsibility to someone who is clearly not fit for this job. No offense to the person in particular, but I'm just saying, if you're a fucking nutcase, I don't think it's right to be. I'm gonna get cancelled now. Look, there we go. Never using Twitch. Never use Twitch because I would be. Woo! Yeah, I'm out there. But how can people make such terrible blanket statements? That's what makes me laugh, though. That's what makes me laugh the most. People who say stuff about gamers as a whole on a site that is entirely catered and its entire demographic and purpose is for and to these people. How can you make a damning blanket statement about them all being a certain kind of evil thing that they are not on a site that the entire purpose is for those people? It's just lunacy. I can't believe it.
Here's the thing, like they basically show me that there are actually people out there that think voice chat like in games is bad, that's unbelievable.
Oh, you talk like anyone working for big tech. Yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely have this disliking for the boardrooms and the suits and the corporate greedy bollocks, fucking edgy pie.
It's always about the big guys that just want what they want, you know.
But even from that perspective, why would they possibly think that it would help their business and their profit to allow that kind of, you know, these kind of unstable people to be involved? Because these people are clearly just wacko, man. They're psycho. People have got issues, man.
You know, I think the worst part about it is that people are going to keep supporting companies that do this shit because people do just throw their money at companies sometimes. Especially all the fucking Joe normies.
Yeah, what you said.
Here, how is taking out the fucking voice chat going to solve anything?
Yeah, the reasoning is very muddy.
Crazy,
very muddy.
Dumbass, like whatever, fat white supremacist gamer man, whatever.
We are all three of us. You know what they would call us.
Have you ever seen BattleNet chat? Oh my fucking god!
I don't even want to try.
Okay, so basically, if you don't know, BattleNet is like a client made by Activision Blizzard or whatever to download their games off of. And every single game like almost this is especially equivalent, like especially like prevalent in StarCraft 2. If you download and play StarCraft 2 and you look in the general chat, it's nothing but politics. Nothing.
Really? Politics?
I'm not even kidding.
What do you mean
It's all
exactly by
dumb
politics?
shit about
though?
like people saying fuck. Like I don't even want to say it. Like
Yeah.
they're just like.
You have to say
outrageously
specifically. I mean, like, what kind of like? I don't assume it's people just sitting there having polite discussions about.
No, it's not
opinions.
even polite. It's just like people like saying dumb shit. Like it's
Yeah.
basically Twitter, but like shit.
Say it. Say it. He's saying say it in the chat. Like he wants. Oh, I.
Joe Rogan be like, yeah, come on with the N word.
Say the merchant word.
Like people are like racist and just it is a fucking cesspool. Like it's not even that like it offends me. Like who cares? But like it just offends me. Like people complain about voice chat in games and this shit like this.
people complain about voice chat because they said a mean word.
Anyone could go out on the side of the street and just say like, "Hey, your skin poop color," and like, what? How is disabling voice chat in video games going to solve something like that? How is
it's like saying because people have said something mean to me before, I want to remove the ability for everyone to be able to speak. You know,
like,
in public.
You're not solving the problem of like fucking like race divides. You're just like putting your hands over your face and pretending it's not there.
Yeah. That's a clip. Oh no, that's it. You're fucked. You're gonna get it with that. That's gonna be drugged up. That's gonna be brought up in a few years.
No, the thing, like, you're not. No one's gonna like look at a game and say like, "Oh, this game doesn't have voice chat." Man, I'm not racist anymore.
Well, yeah, obviously. I don't think that's what they're even thinking. I don't think they even thought that far about it. It's just this sort of impulsive, stupid behavior that's just contained in this simplistic idea that if we just ban this thing, it will prevent all bad thing from happening, and that's all that matters. Is that we stomp out people I don't like or thoughts that I don't like and things like that. And that I really didn't want to like be ad hominem at all when I saw like the footage of the person discussing the things we're discussing, but it really irritated me, right? And I could just sit here and say that the points the person was making was the problem, but there's just something about someone's demeanor when they talk and act the way they do, that you could just tell that they're a smarmy, slimy little fuck, and I can't stand. And I'm probably being too mean, but I cannot see any good coming out of that person's behavior. You know, it's the way they act. It's written all over their face. Okay, you know. It's a natural reaction.
In charge of like Twitch's like moderation.
This is all Twitch, man. I'm not going there. It's glorified. It's softcore chatterbait with this in the fucking ranks. Okay, so I'm not here. I saw them videos. Oh, I don't want to say it. It's just so fucking messed.
They still doing all right, I bet. I haven't heard anything.
You got to pick your poison, really. You got to pick your poison with YouTube and Twitch. You either get corporate money-hungry fucks who don't care about you and will just shit on you no matter what and demonetize you and fuck, or complete degenerates that may target you and single you out for unfair reasons completely based on some ridiculous political bullshit. I don't know. And I don't fucking know anymore, man. It's Discord staff. They're fine. Oh no, don't. No. Look, we use Discord. That's different though, because we only use Discord to communicate. If we use Discord like a platform to share content, if Discord was a thing where we could put our content on, then it'd be a big problem. I can see what you're saying. Because no, I already know about the Discord staff. I saw people like try and send them a message to like do something important.
Discord's a means to an end. You can go like your whole life and not be impacted by anything the people there do. Twitch, you have to like tug a war, basically.
Yeah, it's very, very different. But yeah, I know what he means though. It's that's all you have to say. I know. I fucking know. Let's get mad now. No, it's cool. I don't mind it, but I know what you mean. Yeah. See, I'm the least hateful of the group. See, I know it doesn't sound like it.
BC furry man.
Twitch is pretty scummy in many ways possible. Look, it's just awful. It's awful. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what it meant.
That's what we talked about for like 15 hours.
burn first. Like, come on, guys, let's not be too. Look, I'm just
Guacamole fire. Oh, furry people. Oh.
in Doom Eternal. Okay, you're winning me back over there a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Look, I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to be the world's biggest asshole. But when I see someone being a bitch, okay, it needs to be called out. Come on, you know. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
you
you
could
know
be
what's-
this and that and still be a cool person.
You know, speaking of Twitch, while we're talking about Twitch and Doom Eternal in the chat, fucking, did you guys see that new skin Bethesda posted?
Oh, that one, the one with the fucking beer gut and the moustache. Oh,
If the whole Denuvo thing didn't want to make me uninstall the game already and refund it, that right there will.
it's pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly.
It's fucking
It's
terrible,
purposely hideous.
dude.
Yeah.
Skins
Like,
like
I know
memes to
it
me,
was-
but it's
Like that bit with like Doom guy and the lawnmower and shit, because that was funny. But
yeah, that was funny.
that's just over the fucking top, dude. That's
Yeah,
just
that
like-
one was, that was the Boomer Doom on the lawnmower thing was funny because it was cartoony and it looked funny, like it was like a comic strip thing. But the skin is like just kind of gross looking. It's-
Dude, like,
It doesn't look like a
seeing
boomer.
that
He's made
battle
like a redneck.
around.
yeah, like a fat
shit
fucking.
running around.
They could put him in like suspenders and that would have been fine.
Oh, like I can imagine they like have like jiggle physics on his fucking.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh! Oh, imagine the animators working on that. Oh, the poor fucks. Or if they like it, I don't know.
Fucking dashing, and he's like,
I spent like 30 minutes this morning reading the entire lore of the Sentinels and like how they were like basically built up from fucking powers of like multiple deities and how like
Lord, it's
they
deep.
end up imbuing like the Slayer with like the Maker's like most prized like cleansing technology or whatever. That's how the fucking divinity machine works. And then I go into the game and I see he looks like that.
He looks like that after all that, yeah, after that build up. It's a bit jarring to say the least. But, I mean, Doom never really took himself. He's been known to not take himself
Not even
seriously, but
funny.
this is a bit gross. I don't know. I don't know. But it doesn't matter for me anyway because I can't use skins.
Doesn't
because
matter for anybody because it's battle mode.
Yeah, battle.
yeah,
Doesn't exist.
12
yeah. My
people play
biggest
it.
problem.
Yeah, can we just like get an update that just removes battle mode along with you?
We've decided to just remove battle mode. That's it. Fixed. You might not like it, but that's peak Slayer.
No,
Look,
we removed battle mode and left the Denuvo in.
stop giving them
Has
ideas.
anyone even played the empowered demon shit like the Dark Souls?
I haven't been able to because I haven't installed the damn thing. Along
Yeah.
with the Denuvo.
Yeah, that's true. You probably can't even fucking.
I mean, it's
Nobody
literally
probably played.
all I'm predicting is that like
Yeah,
it's
but-
just gonna be like, oh, it's buff totem demons, but like in single player and in like different spots.
I know they said something like on the update log. They said like when you die from that demon, you can like play as that demon after you die.
The fuck?
Like the way it works is that if you get killed by like a Hell Knight or something, you would play as a Hell Knight in someone else's world.
So they have Hell Knights playable, but they don't put them in battle mode.
Or some bullshit. Like that's what they said on the fucking update page. I mean, take a look at it. They get to play as an imp if I get killed by an imp. Like, can I play as a zombie if I get killed by a fucking zombie?
Yeah, dude, play as like one of those like husk zombies, like one of the regular possessed.
Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, I when it comes to just talking stuff like the skins and that, I've only got one complaint, and it's just the fact that I couldn't use it. Ever since I started playing Eternal, all I wanted was to get that classic skin and
Here's the
use
thing,
that.
I have a
Can't
couple
do it.
like I have 2 fucking Bethesda accounts somehow. I got one for Quake Champions.
That's
and
too
I played that.
many.
And then I ended up
That's-
getting
that's
one for
many.
like the Slayers Club because like oh okay I guess I can just like grind out this
Mhm.
shit here and then like wait for the game to come out because I actually was trying for the most part. I was actually trying to be supportive of like a company that was like good to us, even if it is like Bethesda. Like oh well, fucking get over it. It fucking signed me into the wrong one. And
Oh,
all the fucking time I spent on their dumbass website is gone because you can't sign out of it after you're signed in.
I got to explain this now because
Wow.
I got
Awesome.
to explain this now. So the skin thing, I know I completed the entire game and I completed everything. Like I got all the tokens and unlocked all the upgrades and did everything, every little thing. But I can't equip a skin because of the you must suck the dick of fucking Howard to be able
You're
to.
not allowed, even if you unlock it in the fortress or whatever.
Yeah,
you
can't equip it.
I think, I don't know if this is just me, but I don't know if I haven't played the game long enough. But the pre-order master level, if you pre-order the game and got a master level with it, whatever, you won't be able to play it because they.
No, I didn't.
It was unlocked for me immediately when I got it, so yeah, I think it's the case.
I just wanted the fucking skin. I just wanted to play as classic Doom guy. That's it. I mean, I like the new design. It's fine. It's cool. It's heavy. It's metal. But I have my sentimental, personal like connection to, and I loved seeing the original Doom guy classic outfit so much. And as soon as I saw that before I started playing the game, I'm like, right, I'm dead set on that. That's the first. I come in here and I'm getting that fucking outfit and. I got it within like the third level. I got the Sentinel batteries to open it and get it, and there it is in there, spinning around all heavenly and shit. And he's punching its ass, and I can't fucking put it on because you go back to the menu and you go to this thing where you apply a skin or whatever at the title screen, and there's just nothing there. It's like you haven't unlocked any. It just has normal Doomslayer or whatever it's called, the one you're already wearing, and nothing else. So it just completely ignores it. And I tried turning the internet on when I'm not playing the game and trying to like update the game, maybe see if it would like latch it in and then turn it back off again so I could actually, but nothing worked. I just couldn't, without selling my soul to the devil, as you know, without making a Bethesda.net account, which I'm never going to fucking do because fuck them, I couldn't play as classic Doom guy. So I just had to keep playing as New Slayer, which is, you know, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal to anyone else, but for me, it was such a bummer because I really wanted that outfit. Shit, man. I just wanted to play like classic style. Still, though, the game was great. I could talk like for ages about the game because I played, spent my lockdown playing Doom 2016 and Eternal back to back on PS4 and completed them both.
Yeah. I think the campaign's good.
The campaign, yeah, it was a real great experience.
Out of the water, and then they blew everything else.
Yeah, and despite all that horrible shit that's been going on outside of it, I just want to appreciate that I enjoyed that experience. They can't take that away from me. You know, Bethesda or id or anyone, they can't take away the fun experience I had with playing the game. It was a lot of fun, and I complained at the beginning, so I was not enjoying the lack of ammo to start because you just can't use the full auto for like 2 seconds. Yeah. But when you start getting in the rhythm of constantly, because you don't really run out of chainsaw that much, it's always sort of there and you can always sort of refill it. So you have to constantly keep using it. Because coming from the first game, because I just come from the 2016 one, it was sort of like you have to sort of get used to the new rules a little bit because I was used to trying to save the chainsaw for like special moments sort of thing. You didn't use it as much in that one. So when you go to this, it's like, okay, now it's part of the constant, you have to always keep using it. It's your method of getting ammo now. So you have to, and once I got the hang of it, it was like, yeah, it was going all the way through. And then by the time I was upgrading all my suits and everything, and I got too OP by like the halfway point of the game. If there was like come on, it's a cyber demon. I don't care what they fucking called it. It's a fucking cyber demon. Let's be real. This bitch come out, right? Just go or Hell Knight, anything. The Hell Knights at the beginning used to be a problem. Like, it used to fuck me up a little bit, and they used to piss me off. But then, past halfway through the game, I see a Hell Knight, right? I know what to do. Go up to his face, super shotgun, double fucking grenades, double sprinkle fucking scatter grenades, boom, boom, flame belch, psh, fucking blam, blast him, and he's dead in like 2 seconds. I just spam all this shit on him once, and blood punch, psh, everything. Just completely annihilate the worst enemies.
When I say Doom Eternal's a little bit autistic.
Yeah. No, it's fun, man. I enjoyed it. I think it's awesome. But and also the Doom Hunters as well. That was what was interesting, because when you first fight the Doom Hunter, I thought, whoa, this is kind of hard. Like, I'm having a hard time here. This is whoa. But then later in the game, you just fight multiple, and they're just like pushovers. I just get the plasma gun out, fucking blood punch, double grenades, flame belch, keep that shit trained on them, they just fall apart. It's just okay. So yeah, the elephant in the room. What about the Marauder? Yes. Yes.
I never
Big
had
boy.
any extreme problems with Marauders past the first one.
Nor did I. Not really. No. The first
one took a
encounter.
bit to get adjusted to, but basically,
Yeah.
pretty much like anything else in the game. Once you understand it, it's like, yeah.
It's really I can't.
It's not like they're hard to get away from. Is the thing. Like if you have like more enemies around you, just kill them first. Like they can't catch up to you if you're dashing enough.
It's like what's makes me scoff. That was what I'm trying to think of. Is all these people on YouTube like they were complaining about the Marauder being too much of a problem or ruining the game or whatever. And it's like, fucking come on, man. I know I only played it on Hurt Me Plenty difficulty because it was with this fucking awkward PS4 control, which I could tell was not as functional as mouse and keyboard. You can't move around and shoot with as much agility, and it's like you're restricted, almost handicapped in a way. But yeah, even with that, the Marauders were a challenge, and the first encounter was a problem. The only thing that pissed me off about the Marauder was them fucking dogs. That was it, just the fucking dogs.
I will say there is one bug with Marauders that has like plagued me. They are bugged in like one way. Because like if you shoot them like while they're trying to attack you on like uneven terrain, they just won't stagger, and it's provable because I looked at the console of this game.
I didn't notice that. Yeah.
I've ended up getting like hit twice because like they just won't stagger, and I see like 2 lines and like 2 warnings in like the console code where it just says like AI Marauder and like one big string like tried to enter pain state while in the air or something.
Well,
so
I
something
never
about
really
like where
noticed
they're on
that.
the ground and like it's uneven and they're not like all the way on the ground or something. That's annoying as hell, and I hate that. Otherwise, like they're not bad. I heard they got nerfed in the first update actually.
Yeah, they actually gave them.
Yeah, they actually nerfed them. Like they made their attacks like slower, I think.
Nah. Yeah, it's just either the super shotgun or the ballista, one or the other. You can't use the other gun with this unless you're in for a lengthy fight. You just wait for the cue and shoot. And people was like, the only thing that kind of got on my nerves as well as the dogs was that every time there was a Marauder, I never got the chance to just battle him. There was always so many other monsters purposefully, obviously this is on purpose, intentional, but there's constantly all these other little bitches trying to distract you from what you're trying to do, like a bit of a, boxing match here with this guy. You're trying to do a bit of a one-on-one fight, and these other little guys are fucking like, fuck off, you fucking getting in my way and shit and distracting me from and then he gets a hit on me because I'm fucking, these little other guys that mess up. But the Marauder on his own himself is not the problem. It really isn't. And seeing people like bitch about them, like saying, "Oh, come here," it's like, come on, man. Like I'm no fucking pro. Like I was sucking a few times this game. I died quite a bit, honestly, but it wasn't that bad. Honestly, I didn't have a problem with him. He was part of the game. I felt like it was like a mini boss. Like he didn't appear that often, and whenever he did, it was like, oh, here we go, a little bit of a challenge. Maybe I'm more used to this than other gamers because I have played a mod for years that has kind of done shit like this where they put a special tier in all the time that before you get mad at me.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
But it just seemed to me that it wasn't worth crying about. It wasn't the problem because there were other things in the game that really pissed me off until I understood the mechanics.
Dread Knights.
Yeah, the Dread Knights were pretty nasty.
Dread Knights.
Yeah. They're quite
so
nasty. But when you get a hold of, when you start utilizing all this shit, like I said, like just spam everything at them, everything. I just throw everything that I have at them. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know why I say this, but like fucking Simpsons, Itchy and Scratchy Land, where Homer starts throwing everything in his pocket at the robot. That's what it was like, basically. I just chuck every fucking thing I have at them, and they just crumble in seconds. I love it. It's great. Yeah, until I understood how to properly do the mechanic, there was always, every game I play, people who watch me know this, everything I play, there's always that one thing that pisses me off and makes me rage more than anything else. In this game, it was probably the toxic water, the fucking swimming.
Oh, the purple shit?
No, not the purple shit. There was only a little bit of purple shit. I saw people complain about that. It wasn't that bad for me. The purple shit wasn't too bad because it got me stuck a little bit, but you just got to get around and get out of there. It's not that bad. No, I'm talking about the swimming in the green water under the shit, and you have to hit once I played it, I had to play the level a second time to get all the secrets and stuff. So once I went around it again and I sort of understood how you're supposed to climb out onto a surface, I started to understand that it wasn't as difficult as I thought. But the first time around, I was really like raging out.
Alright, DTR, let me try and
'Cause he
explain
just
this for you
wouldn't-
since I don't think you've made it that far. But like,
I don't even
Zedu,
think I've seen that.
Oh, we
part.
didn't make it that far?
you know
I
Zedu's
think-
deep water, right?
Yes.
It's that.
Really?
It's literally just
Yeah.
that.
It's just, yeah, it's swimming underwater.
Except you can dash in it.
And it's toxic water that will. It's not like
Toxic
water where
water?
after 20 seconds you start to lose air. It's toxic, like pain floor, but underwater. So you're.
They also nerfed
Like-
that in the first update, I think.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
new.
Burst
Dude,
on rockets.
every
Yeah.
section in the water sucked. Every
Yeah,
single
there wasn't much of it, thankfully. There wasn't too much, but where it was just
Bad,
really, it was
yeah.
like, I fucking hate this water shit. Like, it's so. Update made it so you can dash up. Oh, wow. Yeah. And I had to keep saying, like, you can't dash up.
Yeah,
You can only dash
I know.
forward. You have to swim up slowly and grab the ledge. He's not grabbing the ledge. Whoa, and fucking, yeah, it got to me that one. And, yeah. The triple burst, the triple rockets were pretty fucking good.
Triple
I
burst
used them
is
a few
just kind of
times.
like the go-to at this point because, like,
Yeah, that
what
was
is
pretty
it?
good.
Flash takes them.
Hmm.
It helps with a Mancubus for me sometimes. Apparently Dread Knights. I never really thought Dread Knights. I just freeze them.
No.
Like, the
I never
extra
ever
damage,
used-
like one.
It's yeah.
Fucking one ballista that just fries them. I just always forget to do that because I'm
Hmm.
retarded.
It's interesting to see what different people have done because there's so many different ways to customize what your preferences of play in this game. 'Cause there's so many different upgrades and weapons and shit. It's interesting to hear from different people what people prefer to use more than other people, and it's always very
90% of this
different.
game, you can just like play how you want. For the
Yeah,
most time.
it's great. But it's interesting to see. Like, I never used the ice bomb. I only used it like once when I first got it, and then never used it again.
I barely use like ice bomb. I still can't use grenades. Like
Same as the
grenades.
grappling hook. I saw the grappling hook was going to be like a cool new feature for Eternal, and I ended up never fucking using it. Like, the only time I
Yeah,
used it was when I
same.
had to use it.
Yeah.
When they
I pretty
forced me
much
to.
only used it like on Cactus Demons or anything that was in the air.
No, I just always shot grenades in their mouth. the fucking scatter grenades were my shit. Double scatter grenades, dude. It's fucking insane. Like, you can't beat that.
I think pain elementals I just ended up like panicking on, like Arbalist, Ballista, and then just like whatever can like hit them.
But yeah, it's funny. One thing about Doom Eternal I never would have expected was that, despite the whole fun aspect and how much I enjoyed it, I never would have expected this game of all games to be the one where I didn't prefer the shotguns in it to another gun. It's very strange. I would have thought in Eternal, oh yeah, the shotguns, I love blasting. No. My go-to everyman workhorse weapon that I was carrying 90% of the time was the heavy cannon with the scope, because I was using it to fucking inspect everything and look for secrets and snipe off bitches' heads. It was very satisfying. That was my favorite thing. I just felt good to carry that around all the time as just your general, yeah. And I would always use it, using the scope, looking like, where's that secret? I was looking, because I'll be sitting there trying to get all the toys. Everyone else
is crap though. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Update one made it where you could like actually move with it instead of just like, oh, I have to take a dump now. I have to shit really hard now.
Yeah, that plasma beam got what's that token called? Where when you use it, you could just the bypass
S3E6.
token, the bypass thing. Yeah, that shit got used. That microwave beam was the worst weapon mod in the game. Well, something had to be the worst, I guess. But yeah, that was the worst thing.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
like
it's
that fucking
not hard to be
upgrade.
the worst out of like all that weaponry because like most of it's good.
Most of it's good. Yeah, most of it's good.
Full auto sucked. Microwave beam
It
sucked.
only sucked because there's not enough ammo for it, and it's inaccurate. You lose control.
I
That's
did
all.
not like Destroyer Blade. I could never use it like I could like Siege mode.
Is Destroyer Blade the one with the ballista where it fucking takes a million years to charge
Yeah,
up to
that
the
one.
outside and then it shoots
You have
like a
to recite
line,
the
a
entire
horizontal line?
Communist Manifesto.
Yeah,
to
I
charge
couldn't
it,
use
and then
that.
you have to make sure the enemy stays still when it shoots.
Yeah, I when I first saw like the little preview where it shows you a little preview of what it does, I was thinking, oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. And I got it, and it's like it takes a million years to charge up, and then when it finally shoots, it barely hit anything because it just hit all the walls and people like went over it and shit.
Yeah.
Wow, this was pointless. That was probably the second worst upgrade. No, but everything else was great. And the only thing I didn't get in the whole game until I completed it and I went back and unlocked everything because I had all the points and shit. I went through the entire game without getting one weapon mod that I completely missed, and it was the heavy cannons micro missiles. Never even unlocked it. So I had to unlock it at the end.
I never even really bothered with the micro missiles, even though they were like a crutch in 2016.
I
I
never.
never used them there either.
Yeah, they kind of destroyed them, honestly.
I just the scope was my go-to. I never
Yeah,
used a
the
heavy
scope
cannon
was
for any
the
of the
best
scope.
fucking
Just a
thing.
shit.
I couldn't use a scope because like I'm
Really?
my dexterity is like at an all-time low right now. I can't use it. I can't shoot anything with it.
Wow, I became like boss at shooting them around Tron turrets.
I just had a much easier time using like the sticky bombs for like weak points. Like,
Yeah.
such an
It's
easy
interesting.
time. That's why I hated like when I got to Urdak and like, oh, you have to like shoot the Maker drones' heads off with like the
Yeah, that was the trickiest part. Running around, fucking shooting them with the fucking PS4 controller. That makes you a pro. That trains you to be anything over good. Because if you ain't good enough, you fucking die. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Urdak was just like such a pain because like the game gives you like a lot of freedom for the most part to like take on like challenges however you want.
Mm.
And then you get to like Con Maker and it's like, oh, you have to solve this 4D chess puzzle in order to damage it.
There was like I think the platforming. That's another thing. Like the Marauder and shit. People want to bitch and whine about the platforming. I thought I obviously I could tell there was a shit ton of there was so much platforming in this game, even compared to the last one. But I didn't have a problem with it. I just
think they
felt
did
like
good
they
with it.
optimized it and it's part of the game. They clearly polished it all up, and it's
They
part
did
of the
good with it,
experience.
yeah. I will definitely
Yeah.
say I did not have a problem with it like at all. There were a
I'm
couple
always
like
looking.
touchy spots, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of little touchy spots. Yeah. When in doubt and you don't know where to go, look for a Spider-Man wall. There's always a Spider-Man wall somewhere. You got to do little Spider-Man shit and then climb up it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's always one of them somewhere where whenever you unsure about where to go, there's one of them shits hanging around somewhere. But I think was it Urdak with the part just before the Can't Maker battle? I think that it was probably the most tricky platforming section of the entire game. There was this one jump. Jump. You might know which one it is, but you got to jump off the round column onto one of them gravestone-shaped fucking floaty things in the air to a second one, and then from the second one, you have to do what is essentially the longest jump in the game, I think, and then you have to shoot a thing to open the gate at the same and make it in there. I thought I wasn't going to make it. Honestly, I thought this might be impossible. I can't, even with all my dashes and everything, I can't get in there. Just managed it. That was hard.
It wasn't like that hard. I think I did the platforming pretty well, honestly. I think I figured it out pretty well. But yeah, it was definitely probably one of the hardest ones. And yeah, is that the one where we have to go like immediately back outside?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is like right near the end of the game. So you haven't completed it yet, have you, John?
Wait, what? Sorry.
You haven't completed the game. You haven't done the campaign.
I only got about like I would say about like halfway before.
What was the furthest you got? What was like the last thing you did?
Fucking hell, I don't even remember because it's been a while since I even touched it.
Did you fight the
remember then?
I don't fucking remember, dude.
Useless. Did you fight the gladiator? Did you fight the Doom Hunter? Did you?
I did fight the Doom Hunter. I know that.
Okay, yeah.
I know I did that. I fought the fucking Doom Hunter fight. I know that much.
Okay. So you made like at least a quarter of the way through, like a third. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we're talking about like one of the last stages in the game, so that's why it's a bit unfamiliar. But it's just like it's pretty. I want to talk about the boss battles real quick because I feel like people have different opinions on that as well. The Khan Maker battle was, aside from the water, aside from the swimming, probably the other thing in the whole game that pissed me off the most.
I don't like it. No, I did.
But only because everything else was just there just wasn't that much.
Every other person I've talked to is like, no, yeah, Con Maker was like a bitch. Like she's so
what?
Easy. Like I don't understand.
God. Yeah, I don't understand either. I think one of the things might be because whenever I started the battle, my save file for starting that shit, I had 2 chainsaw shits instead of 3, so I couldn't chainsaw the mecha drones.
Oh yeah, I
I,
hate
I
that.
just thought I couldn't. I
Why are
thought I
Maker
couldn't
drones
chainsaw.
3 chainsaws?
I thought I couldn't chainsaw them full stop, no matter how many you have. I just assumed you can't, so I had to shoot their heads. But yeah, and when like 90% of the floor hurts, I mean, you don't really get much of. I only just beat her. It
I
only
ended
took
up
me
doing
like.
like 4 tries with her, like regular, and like I couldn't get like past 2 health bars. I'm like, fuck it, let's just do Sentinel armor. I'm tired of this shit. I want to beat the game.
You did pussy cop out armor? Oh
Yeah, I
no,
did, 'cause it's
man,
awful.
no, no. Oh man,
I'd
I
much
saw
rather
that in
just
the
cop
options.
out than like sit through that for another like what hour? Because it was like
When I
midnight at the time, and I was wanting to beat the game. Basically.
when
I
I when I
didn't
first
Sentinel armor the icon though. That's the important
Yeah.
part.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to that. When I first started the game, I do this thing where I just go through all the options before I start the game and customize everything. And I was like, what's this armor thing? And I read it, and I'm nah, we ain't pussying out in this. If I fuck up and die, I'm doing it again. I'm gonna beat the shit legit. I'm not doing. You know me. I'm fucking doing this pussy shit. And yeah, it was pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't have a chance. That was my problem. I didn't have a chance at the time.
Yeah. Well,
Not a
okay,
chance in hell, or
fair
whatever.
reasoning, yeah. But it probably, looking back, I think it only took me like 6 tries at the most, but it felt like it was impossible. It felt like I might not be able to beat it when I just managed to clutch it. I was like, it was the last hit, and I was running, it was running out of ammo, running out of health. I was standing on a damaging floor, about to die, like 20 health going down, and I just clutched it where I used the grappling hook on the bitch. I just noticed her and I fucking frantically, I was so close to fucking losing again. I didn't think I was going to make it after that. It was really fucking close. And yeah, what the guy's saying in the chat, lock on, the rockets, the triple rocket lock on shit does a lot of fucking damage.
Yeah,
like,
I do appreciate all the tips,
health.
dude. Like, I'm gonna try like some of this stuff. Like, once this game takes the Denuvo out and I can reinstall it.
Right.
Which I don't know if we said before, but yeah, there was an update saying, well, not like an update.
Yeah, they posted on Reddit like they're gonna take it out, and like that's where we saw like, oh, this was our decision to do, not Bethesda's.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna shit everywhere. Shit.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was pretty intense. But I'm not gonna try and like fucking, boast about like I'm fucking some sort of god or whatever, because I did just play it on this standard difficulty. This wasn't ultra violence, which I know probably should be, but this game is like a whole different barrel of fish compared to the old game. So it wouldn't be, especially with the controller, I had to take it easy, and it did make a big fucking difference.
I beat Doom 4 on Nightmare, so I had to beat this on Nightmare.
Dude, trust me, when I played Doom 2016 for the first time on the Switch, I couldn't even play it on Hermie Blood.
I forgot your first one was on the Switch.
Yeah, because I didn't have a good PC at the time, so when I got my Switch, I played it on the Switch, and it was the controls were awful. It felt like I was playing with butter on bread. Like, it was fucking bad. It was so bad.
With a chainsaw controller.
Oh,
no. But like, I originally started out on Hermie Planet, but it got like halfway through the game, it just became unplayable because of the controls. I tried to adjust as much as I can, but I can't play it on the controller. It's impossible for me. So
it might just be that how I can play games like this without like a numpad on your mouse.
Oh,
I have like a whole bunch of like number keys on it, so I can like actually switch between shit like without moving my hand.
Honestly, you know what they need to make? Like, my biggest problem in FPS games is like, okay, so like, you know how like when you put your left hand on WASD, right?
Yeah.
And you basically have access to the numbers 1 through 5 very easily with all your fingers.
Yeah.
Like, but if you have any guns that are like for example, like plasma or BFG.
Yeah. The fucking long stretch over the 7 on my finger. Yeah. I've had to do that many times.
I wish they would make like a keyboard that like puts like the
7
half
keys
above WASD and then the other half below, like the numbers, so that you can just reach up there and just press it.
Gamer keyboard, yeah.
So
gamer keyboard.
I mean, I have a fucking mouse that has like the numpad shit, for like the side. But like it's just I'd rather use the actual numbers on the keyboard.
I that's how I survived. I ended up like basically being trained to use this like numpad on this mouse.
It
Like
trains you. Doom Eternal trains you to be fucking the best you can be
I
at
played
things.
like Quake when I was like maybe 14,
Oh.
15. And like I had this
Alright.
like same kind of mouse with like the numbers on the side of it. And it just
Right.
like it taught me like the ways of like how I could be efficient with it. And so now it's just kind of like it's my thing now. I can't use the keyboard.
You know what's
numbers
funny?
anymore.
I've been using the side mouse buttons actually. I use the one of them from Melee, and then the other one. What the fuck do I use the other one for? I forgot what I used the other one for, but my gamer config is just like great. Put Super Shotgun and Ballista next to each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just to get all the weapon keys
Aren't
out.
they?
Well, on PS4, I don't think you can really. You could change like 4 different configurations, but all of the ones I looked at, other than the default, were like worse. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave it on the default because these other ones are worse. I wish I could just customize my controls, but they only give you 4 presets to choose from. So it's like, okay, I'm going to have to just play with this one then. But I get used to
one
it.
of those people that like end up like getting used to like the default controls and then like, oh, if I change this now, I'm just gonna suck with it because I'm not like prepared for it yet. I don't have the patience like I did with Quake anymore.
Right.
I'm an old fart.
Oh no! Don't you say that. I'm older. Don't make me feel
spiritually an old fart.
Spiritually an old fart.
Yeah, you're the Boomer Slayer skin.
That's a fucking bar right there. Spiritually an old fart.
Fucking god!
You gotta call me a fucking Boomer Slayer.
But yeah, yeah.
Is he a Boom Slayer?
But yeah, the Icon of Sin battle is. I don't know if people are saying that it's worse because it was not. It was actually pretty easy.
You said it's worse.
I'm just UV said that. I'm pretty sure said it was worse than the Calm Maker. I don't know what the fuck he was playing though.
Yeah, I forgot about that guy. I've seen him a couple times.
I've spoken with him quite a lot, but yeah. The main reason why, and I'm speaking from Hurt Me Plenty perspective, so maybe Ultraviolence is very different. Maybe the Icon is much, much worse. I don't know. But on Hurt Me Plenty, at least, the Icon of Sin is way easier for the one simple reason that there are resources everywhere. Whereas with the Calm Maker battle, there aren't. You have to use the Maker drones, which are pains in the arses, and a few bits of ammo, little bit here and there, and then damaging floors everywhere. Whereas the Icon of Sin, I don't know if there were damaging floors. If there weren't that many. And the fists that come up, you just go to the back. Like, they can't hit you. You go down to the ground floor and at the back.
As long as you're like vertically moving, like, he can't punch you ever.
There's all ammo everywhere and health and armor and even a soul sphere at the top. And then little bitches like zombies always coming out and giving you the opportunity to use constantly. So the Icon of Sin. And I finished off the Icon of Sin not with anything I really used before, but I really started to use the chain guns with the shield on it, and I started to use that to take off all the body parts, as well as using up all the BFG shots. I just used all those and then finished him off with the chain gun or minigun or whatever the fuck with the shield on it, and it throws the shield at him afterwards, but usually it doesn't even make it, but it doesn't matter. It's just a thought that counts, you know. But it worked. I beat the game with that, and it wasn't that difficult at the end. The Calm Maker battle was probably the hardest thing in the game. Honestly, it's just because of the fucking damaging floors. If it weren't for the damaging floors, that battle wouldn't probably be that bad either. Honestly,
the fucking like Beethoven's Fifth, while like upside down, you're like balls stretched.
Yeah. What?
Fucking like,
yeah.
Okay, you gotta drain all the health, and then you gotta specifically grapple, and then you gotta punch or the fucking.
And if you take too long, the health goes back up. I saw that once, and I was like, "Wow, shit." Okay, so the Gladiator. Let me mention the Gladiator a second.
I hate the quick flips he has, like when he does like the 2 like quick flips. Like those always hit me, like no matter where they are.
Hang on.
Yep.
Why am I even bothering? Everyone's gonna fucking hear it. I was gonna say if you can't stay, then I mean you can just bounce out if you're running out of time.
Like I'm like okay with like a lot of his stuff, except when he like starts walking towards you when he's shielded. Like that's like
right
shit to get away from sometimes.
here's the problem I had with the Gladiator. It bugged when I first fought him. It was on PS4, of course, but it was bugged,
Wait,
and I
bugged?
thought I was doing
How?
something wrong, and I couldn't beat. So I had him at there was about a quarter of his health left, and he's probably supposed to start doing something else, like a different phase where he starts doing the skipping ropes and shit. But he didn't do that, and he just kept doing the same attack over and over, and I couldn't damage him anymore. And no matter what I threw at him, he would refuse to be damaged under any circumstances. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? I don't get it. I'm doing everything I can possibly. And I found out it was legit just like a 1 in a million bug of just plain Bethesda, I guess. And I restarted from checkpoint, and then it worked. And then he worked just fine. So I spent like 10 minutes on his ass trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong, only to find out it was bugged or something. Like he wasn't getting hurt. But yeah. Hexa, serious shock. Hey. So yeah, it's weird, but the Gladiator started doing all this skipping rope shit where his John's gone. I thought he was gonna say I'm pressing buttons. Look, don't fucking compare me to him. Please, I swear it was bugged. Bugged game mechanics. I swear it was bugged.
The camera's on.
Shut up. Because you're supposed to attack him when he goes and the shield eye flashes green and like he throws. I was doing it correctly up until like 3/4 dead, and then he just stopped taking damage. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I've got to do something else. Maybe I've got to hit him from the back, and maybe I've got to hit this or that. I tried everything, and he weren't getting hurt. And turns out it was bugged. I went and looked up a walkthrough, thinking I was doing something. I couldn't figure out, and the guy was just doing it normally the same way I was doing it. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what I was doing. And then so I reloaded from checkpoint and did it again, and then it worked fine. So I'm like, I don't know. I swear.
Something I thought was really funny is like when I was watching like Civi's video on it, and he's like, I didn't have any like real problems or crashes, and then like every other person I talked to about the game has like at least one serious problem or crash.
Yeah, I had.
It's crashed me several times actually, especially in like the master levels.
Oh. Yeah, it's just there's always going to be that one fucking bug somewhere in there, but shit, that had me for a moment. They started doing all this shit with the skipping ropes of fire, where I was trying to jump over them, thinking it was like the Cyber Demon battle in the previous game where you have to jump, duck, jump, whatever the fuck it was. I was trying to jump rope these things, not realizing only right at the end, on like the last time he did it before I killed him, I realized, oh, you could just sidestep and it goes over your head. I'm fucking stupid. Oh well, never mind. You figure it out. It's like in 2016, many times I kept finding the quad damage after killing everything, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, fine, yeah, sure. It's just one of them things. But
power-ups are useless in this game too, honestly.
The power-ups, the power-ups didn't really do that much compared to the last.
They're actually just useless. They're just kind of like out there.
Good point.
Sometimes.
Yeah. The secret encounters and the Slayer gates started to get easier as the game went on. Like the first 3 or 4 secret encounters, and then the first 2 or 3 Slayer gates were tricky, very difficult.
Honest to God, ended up like I couldn't do like the first Slayer gate like on my own the first time through. I had to like come back to it like on. But
then like over halfway the game, it started to get easier. I'm like, what? They're getting easier, and then by the end, you become so OP and buffed that they're not even trying, man. By the last couple of levels, when the place where they explain how hell works, where they extract the souls from the bodies and blah blah blah, and you have to go up the tower and everything. There's a secret encounter in that level somewhere where they just put 2 enemies in a corridor. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, secret encounter completed. What? I didn't even do anything. I just killed a guy. What the fuck? Just easy as shit.
The one like awful secret encounter I remember was like, it was in Urdak, the Spectre, the Whiplash, and the Doom Hunter in like 30 seconds. That one sucked.
I think I remember that vaguely, but I kicked her ass. I didn't. No, the only one I remember well that pissed me off, because I had to keep the one that I had to retry the most, was the one where you were in. I think it was the Super Gore Nest one, and you were stuck in the toxic pit area, and you had to. The one with the Mancubus, and you had to go down and get all the zombies, and I kept running out of time, and it kept pissing me off. I kept running out of time before getting the last couple, but I did manage to do it. It just took. The fact that I kept losing more and more health and ammo every time you have to retry it, it made it really, yeah. But yeah, the one hidden in the wall. I actually managed to get all the secrets, and I'm happy about that. I got all them toys lined up. See, everyone else probably blasting through the game, making progress. I'm the guy who's sitting there for 20 minutes, observing this hole in the wall, figuring out how I'd swing Donkey Kong swing to it, so I can get a toy for my shelf. You know, there was this one where I was like, "How the fuck do I get up there?" And I'm sitting there for like 10 straight minutes. Like people are probably playing a game. I'm just sitting here with my
God,
heavy
the
cannon
cold
scope,
space one. No,
looking
that one was awful too.
the ice wall.
I end up like trying that
Oh,
like
I
12
remember.
times.
Yeah. That one was tricky. I had to do that one a couple of times, but
That's the one that made me like figure out how to use ice bombs.
Right. But yeah, as for Slayer gates, the first 2 or so are tricky, but then once you start buffing your character out, it just I mean, they get easier. It's weird. It is weird.
The one with the first one was hard, and the one with the Marauder was hard because like then that's when they first introduced Maker drones to you, and they don't tell you how.
Yes, and I was like, "What the fuck are those?" Yeah, I know it's weird.
It makes sense since like everything else is a demon for them to show up early in Slayer gates. Not Maker drones though.
Yeah, that's the kind of unfitting for the theme. They don't really belong there. They belong.
Yeah, the thing is like the whole like the icon like possesses them or whatever and like turns them evil. That's why they're attacking you.
Right.
It doesn't make sense when you're like.
Sorry, I didn't read many of the pages. I collected all the pages, but I couldn't be asked to read most of them.
I ended up looking up a YouTube video that like had all of them, and I read them there.
I looked at all the monster things on the codex where it shows you all the monsters. I like that, but I can't be asked to read all the lore. There's just so much. What was the one with like 15 or 19 parts or whatever it was?
Sentinels? That's why I read
and every time I found another page, I'm like, I wonder what this is going to be. Part fucking IX. Oh, what do you know? It's part IX. Fucking it kept going.
I'll just sum it up for you. Basically, like the Sentinels come down. They think like the Makers are gods or something. They find Doomslayer because of like the whole like that awful fucking like cringy voice acting bit.
What? We're going to talk about that. Why? Why do people think it's so bad? I didn't mind it. I thought it kind of fit.
Okay. It basically stems back to that whole thing where I thought like the Doomslayer grunting was bad. Right. Because I feel like that whole him maintaining his like silence and like trying to stay like fucking like his resolve was pretty constant. That's what I thought was cool. And then just hearing him like talk some shit and like huge guts.
This part was made by the fucking gang.
The fucking Doomslayer said huge guts in Doom Eternal, and I just like flipped my whole fucking table.
I feel like maybe I should dislike that, but I just didn't. I watched the cutscene. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's like the OG, like the Doom comic guy. It's like the old. It just feels like a really nice callback to the old times, you know. Instead of just being this whole new story that's
like
totally
a crazy guy now. He just feels like when they found him, he was just like a crazy guy. I mean, it makes sense if you're like fighting hell for months.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense because he'd been it for ages, gone mad. I don't know.
Now you just feel that whenever you're going through huge guts.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Wasn't that like a flashback to like ancient shit before you got sealed in the fucking tomb or whatever? Yeah, like, he must have changed a bit by now. Now he just don't say anything anymore. He's over his guts phase.
How the fuck did the Doomslayer get sealed again? I don't remember that part from Doom 2016. I feel like they retconned some shit. Okay,
I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't read enough of the things.
You remember the Seraphim, right?
What's that?
The guy who like led you into the divinity machine, like that maker guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
People are saying that's Samuel Hayden.
Nah, come on, not my boy Samuel Hayden, man.
No, like he says the exact same line when he gives you like the Argent like testicle or whatever in the
testicle.
Yeah, the Argent testicle, like the little ball thing. He says the exact same line when he gives you that when he puts you in the divinity machine. So like, and people have figured out like his model, like when he's unhooded, like for some reason they like modeled his face.
Yeah.
And it's basically like the same shape as Samuel Hayden's head.
Oh dear.
I don't know how they did this because like they made this whole big statement about like fucking Samuel Hayden was like an Oxford graduate who was like the smartest like person like
Yeah,
there. He's such a
the more
prodigy,
I
and he
read,
caught UAC.
the more I read about Samuel Hayden from the first game, the more I just felt like, look, if I was in this universe, I would totally be on his side. Like I have respect for this man. This is a noble person. I rep this guy. He's the homie. I like this guy.
The thing about Samuel Hayden is that he was a genius, but he was also like an egomaniac. He
Yeah, I
built
know.
himself like a
I can relate.
9 foot tall like
can relate.
body, so like people would look up to him. And
Yes.
it was him that turned on like the Argent energy wave, like in Doom 4, like the first one that went to Earth to solve the energy crisis, so that
Yeah.
people would think he was the only one that could do it. He was
Yeah.
crazy. He wanted to be a hero. What is he in Doom Eternal? He's like a corpse.
Yeah, I know. That was
He's
kind
just
of
like a glorified Vega for the whole thing.
when I saw him in Eternal, when I first saw him all battered up, I thought what was going to happen was when we put him back in the hub place, ship, planet, shit, he would be repaired over the course of the game, and by like later missions, he'd be all fixed up or patched up a little bit, and so he'd be walking around and kind of like all, fixed up a bit. But he just stays like that, like a torso, head, and one arm for like the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm like, right until the end of the game after you beat it, he's still hovering in the hub ship as just
He's
barely alive.
He's just like a hood ornament now.
The hood ornament.
That's all he is. He's like that
guy.
like mini cactus you put in your window because you don't know where else to put it.
Yeah. Bobblehead Samuel Hayden in the back of the car, whatever.
They fucking butchered him, literally, like physically and like figuratively.
I felt like
because like when you destroyed the Argent Tower in Doom 4, like he lectures you about like all the good he's done, but like when you shoot a fucking crater into the side of Mars, like a quarter the size of the planet, he's just like whatever.
Yeah, how did he go from like this really respected, deep and complex character
being Slayer again, I guess.
And then fucking by Doom Eternal, everyone's just memeing 2 lines he keeps saying. And I saw the memes before I played the campaign. And then when I played it, I understood why people kept mocking those lines. Because why the shoot hole in Mars thing, that happens once. That's like just the main event in the game that happens that's memorable, right? Yeah. But the fucking Icon of Sin line, why does he say it like 3 times in the span of 5 minutes? Like, dude, you told me. I know. Like, remember, the longer that I know, you just said that. I just did the last shit. You just told me that. I didn't just
where you like
dementia.
You like making an account on Pornhub as Samuel Hayden. You just say like, "I hope you're done."
I saw that. I've seen that. I've seen like a meme where someone actually did that as like a Pornhub comment in Samuel Hayden. Yeah.
That's his whole character art is he's just like,
I love it.
Tired of this shit.
It kind of reminds me of like the Preston Garvey accounts about telling people for settlements and shit in like other websites and Pornhub and shit. This is just like that all over again, but the characters are better because the game's better. Simple as that. But yeah, I was expecting more Samuel Hayden just doing his thing, like being completely able and active. Like we were going to restore him to at least half.
This whole like Samuel Hayden gets destroyed thing, like before the game came out. I thought it would have happened like in the middle of the game somewhere, and we come back to him. Like after,
he had already been destroyed, and we were rescuing him.
I thought we would at least talk to him once.
It felt like maybe it felt more like a way to just keep him in the story without completely like, oh, he's just gone now. We managed to find a way to keep him in, even though he technically nearly died, sort of thing. He's just like this barely alive fucking piece of robot left that was just connected to the system so he could talk, and that's it. It's just like a bit of an excuse to just keep him in this game to continue from the last one. But I appreciate him being in it because I always liked him. He was I like his character. The more I read about him on the codex from the first game, it's like, dude, I want to be this guy. This is what I've always wanted, to take my conscious mind, take my conscious mind and keep it able to live forever within an artificial system that is perfectly operable and does not have the wear and tear of organic material and can definitely live forever. Yes, I want that. I want to be that guy.
I'm gonna be real. I hope like in the next DLC or whatever, they like rebuild his body with like the Fortress of Doom and he gets like a maker skin on his like old suit.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's been bugging me for like the past week. It's like, oh, I want to see that so bad. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
They fucking butchered like characterization as a whole in the game. Honestly,
Uh,
I'm really trying hard to like find things that might be wrong because there's a lot that's really good too.
who sent me the thing on Twitter before? Someone sent me a thing on Twitter where they showed me an image of an achievement where it looked like me. I don't know if it was Serious Shot because he's in the chat.
Oh
So I'm
yeah, that's like you get all like the Sentinel crystals.
I
and things,
yeah
all the runes.
yeah I know. I made sure that I got it because I checked when I started playing the game. I checked back on Twitter to see what the achievement was. They're all my yeah, it was Serious Shot. I searched on Google to find out what the achievement was so I could make sure that I get it. And saying that I got it is just obvious because I actually ended up getting everything in the whole game. So yeah, of course I got it. But yeah, I was like, yeah, look, there's my thing. I got it. I just wanted to fulfill that little to pay a little. I wanted to be the guy to find it as well. It was very nice, very nice. I ended up spending everything because I got all the tokens, even all the things I never used, like all the ice bomb upgrades. I never fucking used them, but I got them for the sake of completing everything. Yeah, it's the same
I
old
end up,
suit.
like I'm trying to do that like one Sentinel crystal, one like suit upgrade run now. It sucks.
Oh,
But like
yeah.
I understand. Like, I got I'm trying to go for like all those like milestones too.
The
There's
albums
a lot
was
to
very
get through in this game, honestly.
Yeah, I liked all the music collectibles. I liked that they managed to get Aubrey Hodges somehow mentioned in this great game. So even he managed to get a small, very minuscule, because obviously Doom 64, because Hugo Martin has expressed many times how he loved Doom 64, is inspired by it. But for me, it's just Aubrey in general. I just love the fact that they managed to get. It was just the intro theme, and I noticed it was a bit too quiet, which was weird. I think the volume mixing with I don't know if you ever listened to the album songs that you collected in the hub ship or whatever, but some of them were like too quiet. I don't know why they kind of fucked it up.
Mixing thing, honestly.
It might have been the mixing thing because the MIDI ones were very quiet, like the Doom 64 intro and the Wolfenstein one and shit like that. They were very obviously the Mick Gordon ones are very loud because they're loud music, but all like the old tracks, the classic songs, are very quiet. It's hard to hear. I want to
come back to like that music thing because I understand that like some people like could miss it until they remake BFG Division with that exact same problem when it already existed just fine in Doom 4. And then they play it when you go in that stupid fucking. Okay, let's be real here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be 100% honest here.
Doom's
like having a fucking like combat arena in like the bottom of his ship is stupid.
Yeah, what was that for? I never even. I only went. I think
it was just practice. It was literally just a practice, even though you could just practice in the levels by playing the game.
I think they just added that because I thought it was an extra feature, but I think they make you do it one time.
They make you do it once, just to try it out. Doomslayer
and I think
not waste time capturing demons, putting them in the ship, only to then just kill them later.
Yeah, he would kill them right now, right here, right now. Get rid of them. That's his whole point, is to eradicate them. Why would he keep them to play with them like fucking toys? He's not cat and mouse, okay? He's a slayer, not cat. It's silly. Yeah.
Nothing about like his like storyline either. I don't like saying lore for some reason. Nothing about his like character depicts it like, oh, he's going to like train himself by taking demons and just like the exact same way, but in a different
location. He's been doing this for fucking eons, man. He's been doing this shit for God knows how long. I did like the room full of Easter eggs though. That was a nice little room. The room where you can access the look at all the toys and look at the classic Doom games and shit like that. That room was chock full of Easter eggs. So many. I was just sitting there reading all the titles of all the books, like looking at everything. I just like looking at it. It was very cool. There was a lot of mention of making fun of what do you call it? Very liberal, progressive ideologies and politics. There was a lot of it. Like it was funny the first couple of times, the whole Mortally Challenged thing, when the hologrammatic bitch kept talking bullshit, and she started to piss me off because she kept coming up the same crap. You know, I was like, bitch. As soon as you hit a woo, and you see her pop up, and it's like, no, it's an eye roll moment because you know she's going to say some bullshit.
As soon as you hear the woo.
Yeah, but that's what it was every time, because you don't see it, you just hear it first, and then you see the hologram, and it's like, oh, here we go. What's she gonna fucking say now? Oh, the Slayer is evil. We are good people. Come and die. And it's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. But yeah, there was these constant mentions of like immortally challenged and the people, and in that Easter egg room on some of the magazines, there was some funny lines. The demon community or whatever the fuck it was, and shit
Demon
like that.
community.
It was funny.
I did see the like deleted lines. I haven't watched it yet. I saw the video though. Like I saw the thumbnail.
The deleted dialogue. I don't know. I remember there was this one part where in one of the really, I know there's a lot of city maps, but there's this one city map when you're jumping from building to building and you're inside a building and you're pressing these scientist log things.
Yeah.
And there's this woman, probably people who've played the game know what I'm talking about.
I know.
There's this woman who starts out going, okay, I'm a scientist. I do science research. I don't believe in like fucking gods and shit. But this guy has something in his blood and it's a bit weird. And then as you go on and you listen to all of them, because I listen to all of them, she gets progressively more thirsty and sexually
definitely
interested.
flicking the bean during the last one.
She was, yeah, exactly.
100%.
She was 100% doing that. She's like,
Maybe I
oh, he's such a god. Oh, it's like, bitch, calm down with the size. Like, what? Jesus. She wants to fuck the Slayer, like 100%. I mean,
more than a man.
Yeah, like that. And I have to stand there with my gun up as the guy listening to this.
This is creepy.
Yeah, okay.
They really tried to like overdo the whole like
They overdid like the word
like some kind of like,
Doomsayer's god, yeah.
God, yeah.
I feel like they did kind of overdo the whole game, not just that dialogue, but the whole game is a very big up of like this whole meme of like, oh, the demons are locked in there with you and you are what they're scared of. And yeah, it's funny for a while and it's fun to blast shit and that, but at its core, I feel like you shouldn't overdo that too much because I still like the idea of you just being a man. It's just a normal human guy versus everything. I just like the fact that the original, I know I said this before in other streams, but the original Doom guy was just an anonymous human dude. He was just a guy. He was beefy and muscly, sure, and
he was a guy
very,
with like some extreme power on his own. I don't mind that they
yeah,
like imbued him with
guy.
like fucking
and I like
technology
that.
or whatever. I don't mind that because I think it really helps like the character when you get into like,
if it's like some fucking like super powered god shit, I play like fucking Dragon Ball Z or some shit. Like I'm not interested in that, you know. Contrary to the things I've played, no, I'm not interested in that. But and speaking of like overpowered godly stuff, when he dipped the fucking crucible in the bowl of soup or whatever the fuck it was, I don't know, he dipped it in the shit, right? And he pulled it out, and yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I have the power.
They literally said that's why they made it.
And then later on, I watched a video where Hugo Martin said, yes, that was actually the exact reference. All right, okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they made this game too goofy in some parts. Like,
I wouldn't.
I remember watching like interviews saying like, "Oh, we wanted to like, we didn't want realism to hold us back like how it did in like 2016." Like, I didn't mind. I loved like the Doom 2016 setting was somewhat realistic.
Yeah,
to an extent. I liked how I like the kind of the grittiness of it. Like, I don't want to say like the grittiness was good because like I like that this one has color, but like I feel like it was used good in 2016.
Right.
I just like the technology in that one better because like you get into like this shit and it's just like, oh, cultists built a giant fucking laboratory in the Arctic.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess. I'm not too bothered about the goofiness because Doom has never taken itself too seriously, even from the beginning.
Which is fine, yeah, but I feel like they really tried to like put their foot down in Doom 4, and they really tried and like see how they could put this like in an environment.
I did like how they managed
Doom 3, but like Doom 3 couldn't really sell it, honestly.
Yeah. I liked how from Doom 4 onwards they tried to explain everything from the old Doom games to make sense in some form of lore. No. Everything from the invasions to the Spider Mastermind and everything. Like they could just say, "Oh, it's just another monster," but they tried to tie it into some sort of narrative, like something. There's a reason for this existing. It has something to do with something, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, that's how it came to be, and that's kind of interesting. I like that. It's not just unexplained. I like how they try to explain shit that would otherwise never have a backstory to it in the old games. I don't know. Well,
I'm trying to think here. There's something like I can't remember how I was gonna handle like. There was some reason like I didn't think that whole like mesh together worked.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm pressing my mind for things.
Maybe
other things
that like immediately trashed Doom 3 or something.
No, I'm not going to say anything about Doom 3 myself because I still never played it. I've only heard from
I
word
thought
of
Doom
mouth
3
about.
was fine. It's not a great Doom game, but it's a good game on its own. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, that's the gist I've gotten from it. It's an okay game. It's just not a great Doom game. It doesn't fit in the franchise. But if it would have been a standalone title, if it had a different name, it might have just done better as its own thing.
Pretty much.
What would it be called if it wasn't called Doom 3? If it didn't have the name Doom on it, what would you call it? What would be a good name for it? Dead Space.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Let me think here. It's.
See,
Well,
that's the
honest to
thing.
God, it's pretty much like without the speed, it's pretty much just Doom. Like it's a space station where you kill like demons.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You just said like as a Doom game, it's not great. So if we
Doom as like a Doom in like a Doom spirit, it's not like great.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it's
have
not
like the same like arcadiness or the
Doom. Yeah, it's not the same
speed or the intensity. Or like the visual flair, like
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Gray brown rock.
Spooky Closet 3. There you go. Yeah.
Carmax lighting technology extravaganza.
Doom 2000. Get it? Because that was what it was going to be. 2003. Darkness. I don't know.
Doom 2003.
Yeah. No, I did have a lot of fun with both of the games. Obviously, I don't really need to say this because I'm sure many people have given this criticism, but one thing about 2016 was the very repetitive combat where you destroy a nest and then everything comes out, which is fun for a few times, but then it just sort of keeps doing it over and over. It's very formulaic.
I legitimately didn't mind that. And this game is basically just the same thing, except like you don't destroy a nest to start it.
But it's more varied though. It's more open up and the environment's a bit different. It's not just a cramped space where you destroy a thing and the group comes out and the music. And it feels a little more naturally. You know, it feels like if you're actually going out in terrain and finding.
I understand the naturalness of it, but like honestly, like you go into an arena, you kill the demons.
It progresses.
You go in through like the gaps in between the arenas, I feel, are better. That's definitely
yeah. There you go. That's it. You're not just going from gore nest to gore nest. Basically, it's not just like now to go to the next encounter. Now it's actually like a whole map full of things to do, and there's stuff in There is one other thing in Eternal that pissed me off. So we've got the swimming, we've got the car maker battle and the damaging floor. There is one other thing that pissed me off. There was a level early on because I'll be trying to get the secrets and the one-ups. When I see them, I want to get them. And there was this one level where what was it? You come out the subway thing and you go into it's the Super Gore Nest. That was it. It was the beginning of that. And when you start going into the main area where the hurricane shit is in the middle, throwing trucks around and shit. Not the purple goo. I didn't mind the purple goo. People keep fucking saying that. I don't know why. Probably because I get stuck on shit. But no, the purple goo only happened a couple of times. It wasn't too bad. It was when I saw a one-up and then it lifted up on this platform of flesh. And I was like, okay, maybe I've got to jump on it. Or maybe I was too late and it comes back down. It never comes back down. I restarted the game. You're never fast enough to get it. And I'm thinking, well, I'm fucked. I can't get it now because I didn't know how you're supposed to get it yet. And I tried to, when I'd beaten most of the level and I'd opened up most of everything and done it, I went back to the thing where that hurricane thing is in the middle because you're supposed to go inside it later on. And when you get in it, you can there's the launch pad that takes you up. So I went on top of it. So I kind of cheesed a little bit. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that, but I went on top of it and I jumped and dashed all the way to where the one-up is on the little flesh platform. And it didn't let me stand on it. Those fucking bastards. It's like a U-shaped wall where like 3 of the 4 sides are solid invisible walls.
That's fantastic.
You can balance on the very edge of it, but you can't move towards the center to collect the one-up. And it's right there in front of you. You're supposed to break a wall. I know. I found out later on what you're supposed to do, and I went and broke the wall. But basically, all the other 3 sides of this platform are invisible wall blocking you off. So you have to go through that one side. And before I found out about that wall, I was pissed off. Not to mention that you have to do that to open these 2 mouths that give you the other 2 secrets that I was missing.
I remember seeing that in the
that was annoying.
trailer or the
that was annoying design.
That's like the only
yes.
secret they revealed in the QuakeCon trailers. Is like going through that.
The purple goo, I don't really remember being that much of it, aside from the one parts where you have to trudge through a lot of it, like the hell levels where they have the giant fucking that was really cool scenery, by the way. The giant soldier guys with the long spear sword shit going in the giant, and you go in their guts and you go through, and then there's some purple goo in there, and then there's the purple goo where in the level where you rescue Hayden, and there's purple goo on the street or whatever. It's just it's not that bad. It's only a little bit. It's not. And then there's that
purple
bit,
goo, and I didn't like the purple goo in maybe like one section of like the second level.
Yeah.
I know everyone complained about like that Hell Knight showing up and like trying to
yes,
like,
that was a nasty one.
That was,
yes,
that was harsh, but I didn't.
When I saw that,
it just it makes you think about your arsenal rather than just
yes.
I gotta get out of the way now.
My thoughts exactly. It wasn't like absolute utter bullshit, but it was one hell of a curveball. I remember thinking, wasn't there a thing where when you played online or whatever, you could see like Mario Maker where other people died and it tells you what they died to or something like that? I can imagine there would have been a lot of like killed by Hell Knights in that little tunnel because that was
like the Ultra Nightmare like in that spot.
Yeah, that was a nasty little bastard, but I managed to take care of him nice and quick with the whatever. I can't remember what I had at the time, but I was fortunate to deal with him. But yeah, this whole little, when you start trudging through some water or goop, or you see the little fucking holes in the ground, and you're like, right, come on then. Come on, I've got my chainsaw ready. I've got my shits. I got my flame. When I started getting everything, and I'm like, right, come on. I know you want to pop up. Come on, you little pink hentai bastards! You know you want to do it. I need some armor, so I got my flame shit ready.
They're just bad.
I don't mind them too much.
They're just bad.
It's just a trick troll thing here and there, like tricks and trap style shit. It didn't happen often enough to piss me off. It's used. It's spread out throughout the levels. It's not too bad. There was like one level where there was loads of them. I think that it didn't mind it too bad. It wasn't too bad. There was one other thing that annoyed me. I'm trying to remember what it was now. Oh yeah, of course. I think everyone's complained about this. The people want to complain about fucking marauders and shit, and it's really not a problem. They're not an issue. What is an issue is buff totem nearby. Oh shit! Fucking go! Fucking don't sit there and fight them. You're going to die. You gotta go find the shit. Oh wait, there is no totem because it's a fucking archvile. They didn't tell us that. They didn't tell us that the archvile can pose as a totem, did they? No, you have to figure that out for yourself with a death. Thanks, game. Why didn't they say that though? Why did you make?
They don't. Yeah, they give you like fucking like.
They make you think that no, but I think there's another fucking pole that I got smashed. And
they give you whole booklets on like other enemies, and they just like don't care about like the most important enemy in the game, according to them, the one they gave the most attention to.
Yeah, that was weird. The Archvile only made like 3 appearances or some shit.
I don't get it. Like
buff totems only showed up like 3 or 4 times in the whole game as well. They weren't that common, which is the only thing I could say about them that's not made also them less big deal.
They feel like. It feels like they were just trying shit at that point. Like they were just like, let's see what this does.
What if we just make monsters really buff and have extra fucking damage factor?
What if we just make them faster?
Yeah. What if we make
I was just talking about the UIC design in 2016. It's good. I like it a lot better than like
the realistic
like cultist castles. Like I love the flair of the cultist castles. I just feel like the UAC like in 2016 just felt better. Like it felt more.
But the hell levels look better in Eternal.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's like an opposite, a one hand, another hand. It kind of makes you appreciate both games though, because each game has things that the other doesn't have, sort of thing. So both have such strong points that you can play both. That reminds me, the hell levels. There's when I say there's a lot of platforming in this game, there's also a lot of like moments where it feels like I'm playing something that's not Doom. I could point to how many games were there. All right, there was Spider-Man, there was Donkey Kong, there was Zelda, Super Mario. Seriously, I'm like, is this Doom? Like, what am I playing here? I enjoyed it. I'm not complaining. It's just funny to me. Like, I'm seeing these straight out of Bowser Castle style shit where there's like these
it does
fire things swinging around in a circle of like a chain.
I was just talking about like earlier about, like, they had an interview where they didn't want realism to hold back like what they could do with the gameplay, and that's why like Doom Eternal looks a bit goofier. in some parts,
Yeah.
like with the whole,
I
you
can
know, like
I
the
can
spinning
accept
fire
that.
things.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I still like how they like try to build
And
the
then you have
universe with
like
that
the
though.
platforms. You step on the platforms and they start moving down. It's like what? This is like every. It feels like I'm playing fucking Mario right now. And then there was a bit of a Zelda vibe with certain areas where they had like these giant blades that were going down, like these rows of blades that you had to like dodge. Not the ones where in the ice shit where you shoot them and they swing side to
I
side.
know what you mean.
I mean
The ones with
the
like,
ones
a
going
wave
up
of
and down.
mecha zombies.
What?
Like there was one with like waves of mecha zombies, and there's just like a bunch of guillotines in front of them.
I don't fucking
I know what
remember.
you're
But yeah,
talking about,
like
the blades.
guillotines, yeah, going up and down. It kind of remind me of some Zelda dungeons a little bit where they had shit like that. And yeah, and Donkey Kong with all the swinging. This bitch was swinging. I remember laughing when I managed to make him swing over and over on the same pole. You can make him constantly swing off of the same pole over and over indefinitely, and the monster's like, "What the fuck is he doing? You can't touch me." If you steer him well enough, you don't even have to switch sides. You could just keep swinging off the same swing over and land back on it. Hexa is way louder than Hexa. Well, I'm louder than me. Yeah. I thought the filter stomping louder than well, he's turned me up, I believe. You said you got the volume balancing better now. So yeah. Because I told him because we're always
okay. How's that? Is this any better?
Don't make him do this. Yeah, there's so many little, I would say cartoony things, but I don't think it ruined the game. Why do people complain about this shit? It just boggles my mind. Some people are just scrubs, man. That's what it is. And they need to get good. There's certain hardcore, ultra serious, well-respected community members out there who had a problem with certain elements.
Why would jump? This game sucks.
I don't want to jump. What are you talking about, Marge? I thought your mod invented jumping. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
No one ever jumped before Brutal Doom.
Yeah. So I don't know what his problem was. It was a fun game. That's what matters.
Third-person cutscenes.
Was a fun game.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
For the most part, fucking terrible. I can name every single one of them. Where it's just like he just kind of like walks around like, duh. All I can hear like coming out of Doomslayer's mouth is just like, and he just like when he goes into like the fucking like Hell Castle, he just like throws like the Hell Priest head. The other, he's just walking around like. He goes to see King Novik for like that like artifact or whatever that like will help power this ship or something. He's just like, yeah, Sentinel locator. He goes to the Betrayer, gets the knife. He's just.
Okay. He's
goes
just
in
the
the arc.
fucking
No, goes in the Arc complex. Just like looks at the Marauder like.
You are nothing but a false idol. I like it, like the reveal. What was it, like the reveal trailer thing where they show you that cutscene and they show you how badass it looks when Doomslayer's like looking at him with that angry glare through his visor. By the way, I'm team visor, show the face, because I kind of like seeing his face through the visor. I liked it, so I'm team not
into
idiot.
it.
Yeah,
not into it, honestly.
What?
Not into seeing his face.
What, really?
At least through the visor, like you could like put his face like in something like the intro where it just like shows the back of his head.
Yeah, I like
even,
that.
Like seeing like part of his face. I feel like the mystery of like how Doom 4 handled it was a lot better.
No,
like,
I
you
like
knew
seeing
he was
his
like
face.
a man, and you knew like what you could like think about for the most part, like what you could compare to like the old titles. I think it was fine just leaving it like that.
I kind of see what you mean. About like it shows what his. If you show him what his expression is, it already tells you an idea of what he's thinking, and that loses some ambiguity.
Yeah, and the whole game you're just like. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I thought his face looked pretty badass, so I wasn't too. I liked it. It kind of reminds me of, I'm looking it up on my wall now, of the original Ultimate Doom poster, where the you could see the eyes in the helmet, and they look awesome, all glaring and shit. But yeah, that makes me laugh. The fucking.
Really, go back to the game and like play through like the third-person cutscenes and just like imagine going.
I have seen what the model looks like without helmet, and the eyes are way too far apart. But I
That
feel
was
like
like
with
bad
the
lighting.
helmet,
That was like really
it-
bad light. I know the picture you're talking about. Like
Mm.
they've taken better pictures of it.
right,
It doesn't
right.
look like Sid the Sloth.
I like the power up. Yeah, I like that too. I thought that was pretty cool. Where you pick up a useless power up that apparently not so great in these
It was
games.
distracting
But it
as
doesn't matter.
shit for me. Like I always like saw them just like, oh, center screen. Look at Doomslayer eyes, and I always get fucked up doing that.
Look at their eyes.
Look
Oh,
at
come
eyes.
on, it's no
Ugh.
effect. It's just a nice effect. You just like.
It's cool. I feel like they didn't have to be so extreme with it.
Really like the Marauder's voice. Yeah, I like the Marauder's voice too. I also like the Marauder. I thought he was pretty cool,
I like
despite him
Marauder,
being
too.
a tough little like mini boss.
He's supposed to be
I-
tough. That's his point.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I know. But despite the fact that he is tough on you, I thought he was very cool because his voice is cool. He looks cool. Look at his design. He's a cool guy. I like him. Hey, hey, you know this battle mode thing where you can play as enemies. Can you play as any enemy, or is it only certain ones?
It's certain ones. What do you want?
You know what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that was a very strong yes. That was
Yes,
a
you
yes with
can
a full
play
stop on
Marauder.
the end. Yeah. Marauder's badass, blocks your punches. He what's that thing I said? Oh yeah, he does not you can't hit him with the crucible, right? Just
No,
to
you can't.
absolutely confirm
Well, you
100%.
can once you just like get him into glory kill, but like at that point, what's the point?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But you can't he insta shields no matter what, even if he's doing the green eye. Yeah, I just wanted to check because I it doesn't matter because I barely use the crucible anyway. I'm kind of a bit shit for these new games. They give me something new, and I'm just like, no, I want to shoot shotgun, please. I'm not going to use the new thing. I never use the ice bomb. I never use the grappling hook apart from when I had to fight the car maker, obviously, because you need it. I only ever used the blood punch by accident. Most 90% of the time, it was like, oh, I blood punched him. Oops.
biggest
I meant
crime.
to kill him.
I'm trying to get off like the game now because we have like one more thing to go over. The biggest crime that this
Oh.
game could have ever committed. There is one berserk.
Wait, what?
There is just one berserk in this whole game.
I'm trying to remember. I've actually forgotten. Where is
It's
it?
in the art complex in the hotel.
I don't fucking remember. Holy shit, you're
You
right.
see? It's that bad.
Wow. Yeah, the power-ups really. I guess it's because I mean I didn't notice because I didn't need them. I buffed my character so much by the second half of the game.
Berserk kinda
I
suck
didn't
in
need
this
any
game.
power-ups. Yeah. Shame.
They only
It's
use
true.
it once, and like they don't even give you like all the enemies to like rip apart with it.
I'm sure I used it. I'm not saying I never found it. I just can't remember when I used it. I probably did, but I just don't remember.
They
Yeah.
made like animations for like enemies to get hit by berserk when like you don't even fight those enemies in that arena or anywhere like close.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just weird. I don't know
Wouldn't
why
bet
they did it like
first
that.
person. I honestly don't. I just don't have these problems. Maybe I'm just not as nitpicky as people are, and it's weird coming from me because I'm very specific about what I like, especially like weapons and shit. But all the things that people complained about this game, I just don't really like the grunting, the marauder, the this, the that, the fucking
Well, you don't mind the oh
the face. I've already explained that I could barely hear it, so I didn't care. The face and the visor, the third person cutscenes, none of this stuff really bothered me. I don't. The voice, the rip and tear, huge cuts, none of this shit bothered me. I don't get why everyone has such a problem. I don't know.
I just explained why I had a problem. The whole thing actually.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
what it is.
So I can see why people would prefer to keep it entirely in first person, obviously. But I'm just saying, for me, it wasn't too big of a deal. It was just him walking around for a couple of seconds. It wasn't that big of a problem. I don't know.
Yeah, he just walked. That's the whole reason. Like, they didn't even need to do it in third person for the most part. He's just walking around.
Yeah, that's true. Is there anything that did bother you? I think you came in the chat just after I complained about the worst things in the game. But yeah, the things that bothered me: the swimming in the swimming in the toxic shit, the car maker battle with 99.9% damaging floors, and yeah, I suppose those are the worst things. Just those two things, really. Everything else, things pissed me off from time to time, but otherwise wasn't that big of a deal. All in all, I just enjoyed it more than anything.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
you have
only
to
those
accept that
parts
like
that
it's
got me
nowhere near
raging.
as serious. Like, you have to accept that this game is nowhere near as serious as the other one. The
Yeah.
fucking Slayer has a fucking space castle.
Yeah, that's pretty silly.
He has a, like
It's the
in the first minutes of the game, he's like, "Oh, you have a space castle now. Yeah, have fun, dickhead."
Oh, come on. It was fun, though. Let's be real.
It was
fun.
very fun. Yeah, the whole game was
I-
very fun.
Okay, so I just want to ask about one particular thing, the Revenant in both games, because you seem to have an extreme fucking passionate hatred of this enemy for all time. And it's another thing that I don't understand, because I've never had that much of a problem.
Okay. Doom 1, Doom 2. Fucking despise Revenants.
Doom Revenants aren't in Doom 1. Guy in a room. You got it. You. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? So Doom 1, the Revenant was horrible, and now
I hate the Doom 1 Revenant, man. It was so bad they took him out of the game.
Yeah, but they put him back in. Yeah,
Doom 2 Revenants, they're awful, they're broken, I hate them, I hate the people who are using them. Doom 3 Revenants, I didn't know that you could break projectiles like mid-air when I first played, so they were kind of bad, but like I was usually able to like handle them pretty well. Doom 4 Revenants are like kind of jokes, honestly. They're basically just like get out of the way. All enemies are just kind of like they just shoot something at you. As long as you can like step out of the way of it quick enough and like handle them from mostly afar. Yeah, they're fine. Doom Eternal Revenants, it took me a while to figure out how to break their missile lock.
What?
Like, because that's something the game doesn't explain to you either. They'll explain to you like, oh, pick up the health to get more health, but like they won't explain like you have to double jump or dash
Pick up
to like
the health to get more health.
they won't explain double
They
jumping
did
or
do that
dashing
a
will
lot,
break
didn't
like a Revenant missile lock. So I'm just trying to like, oh, get behind the wall, go, and I always get hit by him.
I don't know. I honestly don't understand you, man. I don't know, but 2016's Rev. I mean, when it first showed up with this controller, I was like, okay, this is a bit tricky. I got to take this guy a bit more seriously. He's not just a meme. But then in Eternal, it's just like, well, I just laugh at him. He's so funny. He's just a total goofball. The funniest thing to me is when he shoot off both of his shoulder cannons, and then he turns. He's just so lovely. You just stand there laughing at him because he just screams at you and then tries to bitch slap you. He like runs at you and tries to bitch slap your ass. He's just so silly.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
If I could go like
And
easiest
the
to
way he
hardest,
screams
I'd say,
like his arms outstretched like a kid throwing a tantrum is fucking hilarious. I love it. It's funny.
Goofy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
liked a
it's
lot
super
of the
goofy.
2016 designs better. Not a lot, but a couple of them for sure. I like the imps that
Funny
got more
shit I've ever
spikes in
seen.
Eternal.
Yeah, he turns into it. Yeah. Don't need you to fill in the Ultra Gamer spot. He's already here. He can supply us with the unfunny memes for us. Yeah, I went there. But yeah,
Okay.
I seriously don't see what the problem was with the Revenants because they really weren't that hard. Especially in Eternal, they never gave me a problem. There was never
I
a
didn't
moment
really
where
have
a
a problem
Revenant was
with
the
it.
issue.
I just had to figure out how to break the homing lock, which took me a while for some reason. I'm
Right.
retarded, maybe.
My favorite friends, though, the good old guys, the old reliable, the wonderful little buddies. I love them. You all love them. The little tiny bitches, the little zombies, the little guys that just stumble in. You know, the little ones. They're just resources. They're
Yeah, you
walking.
punch their skulls into their chests. Like,
yeah, and just and then after you've gotten out of a really tough battle, and you just see one of them just quietly hunching or sauntering around like this, and it's like, so good to see you, man. Give me my shit. Give me my armor, my health, and my fucking ammo. Thank you very much. Sweet guys, man. Sweet guys. You just punch them and then you just stumble back, and they're just so sweet and easy. And they gave me my headshot achievement thing with the cannon scope, so it was wonderful. How did you find Dominatrix Snake Lady? Some people were complaining about the whiplashes as well, and I really don't understand that because I didn't have a problem with them either.
Like the ground waves she does are like, they feel like they should be like able to get jumped over, but like they're taller than they look, and I always get like my crotch hit by them. Like they pass over, just like slaps me on the nuts.
I don't know. Every time I took them on, I just chucked everything at them and just fucked them up. I don't know. Oh no. Here's what my real favorite enemy in the entire game was. My favorite enemy of all, the most harmless motherfucker in the entire game. At one point when I I replayed a level to get like the extra secrets and items that I missed because you do fast teleport and that. And then I just at one point this guy was in the level, so I just sat there and got a good look at him because I never got to have a proper look at this guy. It's the fucking what they call him a Q in this, but I swear he's supposed to be called an engineer. I don't know, but he's the guy with like gas tanks of flames
the
like,
cue
sticking
ball,
out,
former
and he's
engineer.
just standing there. Like,
that one's hilarious.
I almost feel bad for the guy. Like, he doesn't do anything. He's not even trying to hurt anyone.
Like
he's just standing there. It's kind of weird to me that they.
You see why sometimes I think this game is just like throwing fucking shit at a wall to see what sticks.
Yeah,
I
feel it's weird that they
buffs, cue balls.
I know that it was because they need to stay still so you can position them to hit an enemy with, but I just feel it's a bit weird that they didn't even try and get the monster to do anything. Like they don't even move towards you or try and swipe or hit you or
at least
whatever.
The engineers tried to like self-destruct on you in 2016. Like these guys just don't do anything. They're just like missiles.
Just stand there, and if I killed everyone else, I'm just standing there next to him. I just zoom in, looking at his face, just getting a good look at him up and down. He's just standing there minding his own business, like. Don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm counting the amount of canisters that's stuck in his body. I think it was about 7.
If you commit a bad enough crime, then like you go to the lowest layer of hell, which is being permanently stuck in a Doom Eternal third-person cutscene.
Yeah, I love those guys because they were just standing there, sweethearts. They never did anything wrong. They don't deserve to be in hell. Come on, they never did anything wrong. You know. Fucking hell.
I think that's about it for me in the game. What else?
I could go on, but okay. All right.
No, I have to mention this because, like, speaking of like hellish, fiery landscapes, H3.
Oh, you had to just drop it like that, didn't you? Well, in case for those people who've just joined us, if you're just tuning in, we've already mentioned the Twitch side of issues at the moment, how certain insane, mentally unstable people have been given certain positions that they shouldn't be, and Twitch is getting worse, and we're never going back because, my God, it's bad. Now we got to cover the other side. We got to cover the other fucking dumpster fire. Here we go. Go on.
Can't YouTubers just shut up?
Yeah,
it's so hard for people to just shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually still haven't watched the video. I'm gonna be.
I have no clue. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I've seen them, so I can give you the lowdown on this.
I think I know what's happening. Like Keemstar is accusing is a Comedy Shorts gamer. That's him. That's Deji.
I think that's unrelated. That's probably just being dragged into it because he just won't stop being an arsehole. But
I think that's what set it off because that's what he's been doing for the past weeks or so.
No, that's not what set Ethan off on this. That because he started on Ethan and he finally retaliated with this whole hit piece. But it basically documents a bunch of shit that he's done in the past and then basically recaps everything, all the worst things he's done, and then brings us back to the present and says, oh, he's got nerve fucking saying these things about me. And then he handled it in a poor way where he made jokes about the sponsor always being there, and everyone got upset because it sets a bad precedent because we don't want to encourage this whole vibe of people, attacking sponsors and that. But on one hand, it's like it feels good just to see someone getting a taste of their own medicine. This guy comes out here and starts posting stuff like, oh, I'm getting hate mobs against me and I'm getting misinformation directed at me. And it's like, do you not understand that you've been doing that to people for years? Like, how can you be totally oblivious to your own behavior?
I want to play a lot of devil's advocate here because I feel like there's a lot of room for it. I think Keemstar is kind of a piece of shit. I think I'm not gonna say the millions upon millions of horrid things he's done in the past are not okay still because I feel like a time has passed and whatever happened is whatever. But
right.
At this point, you're just trying to do way too much for a guy who might just never go down. This is the 6th time that
it's the sort of thing where
I had a mob against him.
Yeah. I hate them both. I hate you more. See, people who tell me they're both. I'm not even going to argue because I get it. I fucking get it. This has gone on long enough. It feels like everybody has fallen at this point. There's nobody left on this whole meme team that are still good. Everyone's had some sort of hit or some sort of.
You can't kill Keemstar. My soul remains guarded. What are you gonna do? oh, we're gonna send an angry mob of people at him again. Maybe it'll work.
No, it's times like this where I appreciate the people. I said this to Laser before we started streaming, but it's times like this where I appreciate some YouTubers I watch, of the few that have their own like little thing going on with their own popularity, their own little fan base, and what they do, their content, their own little fun world of entertainment, and their people. And it's just so far removed from any of this toxicity and this whole dramaverse and shit, so that they're affected as little as possible by all of this shit. And as much as we're interested when some juicy bullshit happens, we're like, oh, okay, we want to know what the scoop is because someone's getting exposed for being basically nearly a criminal at this point. But at the same time, I just wish none of it happened because it's just so tiresome now, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous for everybody, and it makes me appreciate and respect those few people that manage to not only stay out of it but keep up this wonderful thing that they do as if it's not happening at all. And it's like, thank God for these people that I could just go and watch them and just forget about this shit, because it feels like nearly everyone's trying to get in on it. That's the thing. Everyone's got to make a video on it. We're doing it right now. We're talking about it.
Well, here's the
Even
thing.
we're guilty.
I think because like this is pretty far outreaching. You think about what went through Ethan's head when he was making this video. He called the thing content nuke. Obviously,
he was mad.
To Content Cop, yeah.
He wanted to do a new Content Cop. He wanted to strike him again, thinking he could bring him down. I could see the mentality as I was watching it.
Well, here's the thing. You think like Content Cop, like okay, IDubbbz is like just reporting people, like trying to like basically just bring in a courtroom together to like show off all like the things someone's done.
The thing
if
is,
you use a nuke on somebody, you've basically fucked the whole planet.
Haven't talked about Suzu yet. I don't know much about that, but
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. The thing about iDubbbz was the Content Cops were so well made and so well put together. It was a comprehensive, well-researched documentation, almost documentary in a way.
And usually, he's either like,
in a way,
exception of the Leafy one, he's like basically just bringing up like stuff that most people don't really know about.
Yeah,
I've heard like the H3 one was just like he basically just mentioned like, oh, Keemstar, a whole bunch of bad stuff Keemstar has done, but like has already passed through. People already like known about for a while.
Keemstar doesn't crawl back. He never left. He's always there. You know.
People just don't pay attention.
You better pay attention, and he's able to harbor a new fan base of 10-year-olds every other year. So he's immortal in a way. He's, as long as he can keep going and doing the shit he does, he can be this sort of internet villain of a sort. It's like a character almost. But he has done some pretty terrible things. I mean, he could ruin someone's life if he wanted to. If he really had a problem with someone, he could ruin their life.
Now so can anybody, because H3 basically just twisted the key.
Yeah.
We've discovered like
that's what I was saying about like the actual iDubbbz Content Cop was why it was so good. It was like the way that was so well done and so well presented. That it was a way that you could objectively say that yes, this person has done bad things, and here is a good showcase of examples. There is no like, it doesn't just feel like a hit out, a lash out, or an attempt to attack. It feels more like, you know, an informative documentation to the people that should know the truth, sort of thing. Whereas Ethan's one sort of felt more like a bit of a, you know, like a bit of an attack. Like, right, I'm gonna dig up some dirt and I'm gonna fuck him up, you know. And for the people that really hate this guy, I can see the satisfaction. I'm not going to lie. I felt pretty satisfied when I see that, you know, people are looking at Keemstar again and like, remember, this guy is bad news. This is not a good person. Why are we giving him a pass? This guy is not okay.
But is it
the way he handled it was bad?
Like, is it worth it? Like trying to like uncover what is basically the fucking like
Alex in chat. Okay, that was funny. And I'm not counting that. I'm counting like the poor old guy and shit. Like he tried to make him out to be like the false reporting and shit. And dox people and shit. That's the bad shit. Saying words in chat, no, that's funny. I like that. It was funny. Everyone type in chat right now. Laser is a... No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not, though.
He's not.
I'm just really trying to, like... Because have you seen that, like, 4chan forum? Or, like, that 4chan board where, like... Not board, like, the thread where, like... like people are organizing like to take down like other YouTuber sponsors. It's not a lot of people, but like they're realizing this power.
Laser is a no, don't do it. Laser is a nice guy. Yeah, see, that's what I meant to say. A nice guy. A nice guy. Very swell. Yeah. I haven't actually seen that, but I've heard about that, and that is a very. I'm not gonna say anything, okay? Just let 4chan and do their thing. That's like fucking talking bad about the FBI. I'm not going there, or NSA. You don't fuck with these guys, okay? They have a lot of power.
Weaponized
They can mess
autism
you
is
up.
amazing.
What?
Weaponized autism.
You weaponize autism, exactly. Everyone knows the phrase, but I just wanted to try and come up with more vocabulary. But I don't use the mysterious hacker myself, but I acknowledge the people and I respect their collective intelligence, because when they put their minds to shit, they can really accomplish some amazing feats. But you don't want to get on the wrong side of these people, so just keep it sweet. I don't want to. We briefly mentioned the Mick Gordon soundtrack stuff. Yes. See, people will be asking, have we talked about? But we already.
All right,
You missed.
we're gonna skip the 5-minute intro to 5 hours.
Yeah. What? Wait, what?
We're gonna extend the 5-minute intro like before we actually start talking to like 5 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to extend it. Yeah. No, I don't want to read this. Come on, no one's. Oh, I feel kind of. This is embarrassing. Come on, you really want me to read this? Boobity wants me to. It's too much. It's too self-centered as well. It's too much about me. It's not related to any topic right now. Let's just.
We'll save it for the end, maybe.
I would read it if it was my own stream. I would do it. I would definitely do it in my stream. But because it's suck, it doesn't really feel like it's appropriate. 4chan is Reddit now. Lost its bite. You think so? You really think so?
I believe to an extent, yeah, I'd say maybe.
Really?
I really haven't been a regular. I don't take pride in being a regular, but like,
yeah,
I believe it.
I don't.
I believe as influence expands and like everything's gonna get watered down eventually.
Yeah, but I don't think it's near Reddit levels, because I've seen Reddit. It's not. 4chan would wipe the floor with their asses, I believe. I know it well. Okay, well, yeah, he's the expert. I mean, I don't use. I can't go on Reddit without pissing someone off anymore. It's, it's Reddit. I just feel like 4chan was one place that kind of represented 2016 was huge. Don't get me started about this fucking year again, please. I'm gonna be here all fucking night. You want me to talk about this one year? It was such an eventful time.
Yeah, dude, 2016. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but this site, for me, the way I see it is it kind of represents the old internet in one small corner that remains of like that Wild West internet that we kind of lost with all the sterilization of all the corporate companies and the censorship and the sponsors and the money and the suits and the brands and things, shit like that. And I feel like that place is one place that remains that kind of still holds that old classic value of just being totally free, where any crazy shit can go. And even if it's a bad thing, at least you know that you have the freedom there. There's something about that, about the authenticity that I like. Has it really changed that much? Wow, that must have been a few years ago then, huh? I don't know. I don't use it regularly, so I can't. I'm not an expert. This isn't facts. This isn't factual reporting. Okay.
Like I am internet. I know internet.
Not since Moot sold it and became 4channel. When was that? So when did it go bad then? When was it been like not so free? Because I always saw it as a sort of like crazy place full of lunatics posting all kinds of shit, and you could just get told to either kill yourself or get doxxed on there. Oh, you don't want to fuck around on there because you can end up ruining your life.
Where, like, straight up illegal activities like mostly avoided, other than a lot of piracy.
It's all style and shut up about the fucking gorilla, man. That ain't even funny. And you know damn well that ain't what started it all. What started it all was the end of the world. That's what started it. Everything in the 2010s, the rise of social media and the the problem with civilization today, the destruction of social circles and the way everyone is just normal things, companies, advertising, media, everything. And everything just being generally
2012, didn't it?
The world ended, and this is the aftermath. That's the best theory we have.
Dude, this is Doom Eternal right here. We are living in a third-person cutscene right now.
Oh no! Yeah, it's just taking a long.
Eyes have been opened.
It's a simulation. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's becoming tamer and tamer. I'm going to say 2016 with the influx of the Donald on pole and Hiroshima splitting the side to two. Huh. Interesting. Yes. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're the cool people, okay? Me, you, us. You know, we're the real deal. Never mind them
Everyone
other
that
people.
watches Suck is immediately cooler than anyone else.
Yes, exactly. We're the best people, and everyone else is less than us. So it doesn't matter. Don't worry about them. This is where important shit happens, and we say effort and funny things. That is important. That's what's important. Have you heard people say 5G? Haven't we been over this like weeks ago?
I think we already went over the whole like Corona.
The real Doom Eternal was the
thing.
friends we lost along the way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the whole game.
Boomer posting is great, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm fucking. I haven't got no ideas on that note now.
Every fucking main character in the Doom franchise is dead, other than the Slayer.
Oh, that's depressing.
Hayden might as well be dead. Olivia Pierce is like a spider mastermind with a hole in her head now.
He's dead.
King Novik's a ghost.
Yeah.
We killed all the Hell Priests.
Yeah.
Gonmaker.
Yeah.
Vega is still in Urdak, I
Really
think.
dead name.
We just left Vega in Urdak because we felt like it.
Oh. Well, that's kind of sad.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because he doesn't say anything like in Final Sin, does he? We just leave him there.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it's true. Damn, I feel bad now.
Dude.
He was the homie. He always helped us out.
Yeah, we brought him with us when he was about to explode.
Sam Hyde. He's still alive. Yeah, he is still alive. He's in the ship. He's barely alive, but he is alive.
Yeah, Sam
And
Hyde.
I'm glad.
UAC
I'm glad he
scientist.
made it because he was the man. He was awesome, and I'm glad he didn't die. No spoilers.
Sam Hyde is just short for Samuel Hayden.
Yeah. Doom games a Doom guy in a coma. Yeah, and he wakes up at the beginning of Doom 1
Yeah,
with the pistol at the hangar. Oh my god! I just had the
end of
wildest
Eternal
dream.
DLC, he's just like, oh, it was all just a dream. There's no such thing as demons. And then he goes to like fucking Ramadan or whatever.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah. Do we have any other topics? Do we have other things?
Like I don't think we've really elaborated on like the whole content nuke thing enough. I still
I
feel
didn't want
like
to talk too much about it anyway. It's bad. It's just bad.
I don't want to talk about it. Kind of have to at this point.
Well, okay. So, Critical had the best opinion I've seen on it. I guess.
Yeah, I say
A
like
good, middle of the road. Good.
I see. This is just an
What's the
awful
reason?
power. I think we already stated that, but this is just like an awful power.
Yeah.
Really.
Just a set a bad slippery slope. Next new vids when
That's a good
when
question.
I'm ready. When I'm ready. When the time has come.
I have seen the
I'm not-
concept art for
Is there anything
Doom
else?
Eternal DLC, the 2 pieces of concept art, and that's it.
What's that? What is the art?
It's one that's like the wreckage of Urdak after you like tear open like a fissure to hell because of the icon of sin escaping. The other one's like this weird like oil rig thing like out in the middle of the ocean. That looks cool. I want to go to that.
Okay. I want to go to that. I want to go to the oil rig
It
in
does. It looks like a big old oil rig.
Doom Eternalist.
What's the
Keep
story gonna be?
asking
Because like
to
you
deliver.
basically stopped the invasions. You've destroyed the machine that gives the Argent energy that like basically helps demons come through.
I'm gonna keep asking until you deliver. Well, I'm gonna keep telling you until it
wrecked the
happens.
fucking like Maker's homeworld, so they can't refine Argent energy anymore. Sam Hyde's still a cripple.
A cripple.
He is. He doesn't have any legs.
A Slayer. Cripple.
Hey, Slayer.
And it's just Slayer with that stupid skin with the fat. Oh, what am I saying? This is bad.
I tried to fight a marauder. I lost my fucking legs. that I complained about on every forum that I could. Piece of shit. No, yeah, fuck the whole like Samuel Hayden Urdak body thing. Like, you could put him in a wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
He can like manufacture his own like mechanical chassis, but we just still give him a wheelchair.
What's your opinion on the skins locked behind Twitch Prime? I have no idea.
Whatever. I hate Twitch Prime. I'm not supporting Twitch at all because they're.
Alright, I'm gonna have to ban this guy. He plugged his channel. Sorry, man. And there we go. But
Right,
gone. There you go. He's gone. Just gonna get rid of one of my nicest fans just like that. Can't you gotta be heartless in this world.
Can't they just make him new? I don't know. They made it like really They made it sound really like articulate. In 2016, where they like, had to transfer like parts of his brain into the body, and then like use like fucking waves and waves of Argent energy to fuel like the transformation or whatever.
I was kidding. Relax. Just messing about.
I don't think they can just like, modify the body at will without like having to risk damaging something, even if it's just like his legs.
Yeah.
That's my headcanon though, because like they don't explain this at all.
Yeah.
Does Samuel Hayden even get like a codex like all to himself for Doom Eternal?
Yeah. Oh, not in Eternal? I can't remember. I just remember reading it in 2016. He had like 3 for him in 2016. 3 separate codex pages of him.
Yeah, but like in Eternal, it's just like his story, like when he comes back to Earth and like
I guess.
I formed the UN, charged into hell, and just lost my legs.
That was a weird shot. That one image of like Samuel Hayden at like this table full of like government officials and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's just weird Earth thing. It looks so out of place and weird. It's just strange. It reminds you, oh yeah, shit. That's the thing that's going on Earth and people and politics. I forgot that.
That's the whole point of him. Is like he's supposed to be out of place because he's an ego.
Yeah, I know. It's just weird seeing the image of the people and shit because you never see that in any of the games anyway.
They even started like mentioning like some people think he's like some kind of god.
Another question: why the hell does Doomslayer grab that guard's plasma rifle when he's already fucking got one?
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it made sense.
Make sense. It doesn't.
In the QuakeCon trailer because he didn't have one. He took one because he needed it. But this guy, he just takes his gun. And he's just like he doesn't need this.
I don't really need it because I've already fucking got one. I've got full ammo as well.
What are you doing?
It doesn't mean anything. He's just not helping. You've got your own. You know, I was watching him and I got full ammo at that point as well. So it's like,
yeah, I know. It's just like,
what the fuck?
Now you're even more defenseless.
Now I'm even more better than you. Deemed him unworthy. Oh yeah, but the other guy next to him, yeah, he was worthy. He was better. He can keep his. What the fuck? What were they thinking?
You talk to me. Anyone with a voice line in this game dies.
Yeah. He just wanted to bully him. Is what I thought. Yeah, but he's not bully. He. It's been clear in the lore that he wants to save people and save humanity. He's very caring and deeply passionate about ridding the demons and saving humankind. He clearly cares about the human existence, right?
That whole level just doesn't make sense. A lot of it was obviously like for like the concept and like the trailers and stuff. Like,
yeah, probably just a bit from the trailer.
The Archvile coming out of the door. The door doesn't even open in the game. You just go through like a hatch.
You see humanity and be a dick. Okay, you're gonna get all moral and fucking, deep with this shit now. They're a very deep character.
I can't believe they kept firing him out of the cannon. I can't believe they left that in the game.
What?
Where he shoots himself out of the gun.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. That was a bit silly. That was a funny one. Love bullying. This guy. Hey, we got a bully in our fan club.
Take your plasma rifle.
Yeah. The edit on the Joker 2 was great. Oh, you mean my one? Oh, damn! Looks like I won. I won. Yes.
Don't fucking sit on the mic.
I actually checked those tweets recently because I was going through my Hexer account because I was looking at some stuff, and I found that day when we did the retweets, the contest to see who would get more, and it to this day it stands at me getting, I think it was the same amount of retweets each, but I got more likes.
You have more outreach. That's not fair.
Yeah, but we had the exact same amount of retweets. There was like 21,
Yeah.
but I had retweeted yours. So if I had taken my retweet off, I would have won. I didn't do it. But I got more likes, so I won. But I think your edit was better.
I'm just going to reiterate this one more time.
I'll be humble, and I think mine wasn't as good.
I'm going to mention this one more time before I wrap this thing up with yeah, Samuel Hayden got kind of butchered. He mentions all this shit oh, what you're destroying is fucking priceless, and you have no clue how far you're setting humanity back when you're messing with the Argent Tower. But take out a chunk of Mars, and you just no, don't do it, stop.
You can't just shoot. It's
it's just annoyed by it, oh my god, really?
Oh, Doomslayer. Oh, what do you like? Come on, man.
Man, you.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Oh, and he's gone and shot it. Oh, well.
Oh.
God. And then later on, he's just sort of, yeah, okay, let's continue with the mission. He's not even mad.
Yeah, I know.
He just knew he wasn't. He just knew he wasn't going to listen anyway. That's the point, I suppose.
And he's just after with chunks of Mars floating around the base, and the whole the entirety of the UAC colony's been destroyed. He's just no, don't shoot yourself out of that cannon, man. Come on.
No, come back.
That works. Doing it wrong.
Yeah, this for context on that video thing. This was ages ago. When the fuck was this? Last year, at some point, late last year. We were both in a call at the time, and when we saw, was it the footage? It was gameplay exclusive trailer or whatever the fuck, where it showed the cutscene of Doomslayer shooting himself out of the cannon. And we both had the idea, and we were both in a call, so we decided to do a little contest where we both made the same video, but we separately made it. We made our own version without, and then we both posted it at the exact same time, and we saw who would get more attention. And I
wonder if it's the account with the larger following.
Did you shut up? Come on, man! Come on! You couldn't just say that. It was blind. It was blank. There's not many fans of that community on that account of mine, so it had an advantage for you in that way. Okay, relax. Did you post it on the channel?
I did not know.
See, that's where you went wrong, because I posted it on a channel as a shit
post.
Help?
How would that help me on Twitter?
What?
Yeah, that wouldn't help me on Twitter if that's what I'm going for.
Yeah. Well, you got close anyway. The end result to this day was, I think, 21 retweets each, both. But I can't remember what the likes was, but I had more, quite a few more. But
yeah,
I think...
I believe that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I posted it on that one. But honestly, I'm not going to boast because I think his one was better than mine. His edit was better than mine. But I managed
to... I didn't follow strictly because you were the one that followed strictly exactly what the Super Mario 64 sounds do.
I tried to get it as accurate as possible.
I just
I missed
some ear rape shit at the end of mine.
It's annoying because recently I managed to get a hold of the raw sound effects from Mario 64, and now I'm thinking, oh, is it a bit too late to redo that video? It's a bit too late to do that video again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
It's just in the game now.
Yes. Yeah.
Love Doom Eternal. Could have handled the story better. That's all I'm saying.
I loved it. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. There was a couple of things, but every game has something. Exactly. All in all, it was a very good time, a very good thing to spend your lockdown experience in, and I recommend everyone fucking play it. Everyone in the chat better fucking play it. Everyone I know who has ever played a video game ever should play it. But then don't do anything else. Just play the campaign. Don't play anything else.
I love what he just said.
Shut up, man.
All right, I think that's about it. That's pretty much.
You think so? Check your list. Is there anything else?
All right, you want to check the list?
I told you to check the list. I can't fucking look at it.
No, here.
Oh my! I think we only went for about half of that, by the sounds of it. Might need another 3 hours to cover the rest of the writing.
Oh, I think that's it.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
He checked it. He's checked the entire 5 miles of the list.
Yeah, I checked the fucking like SpongeBob like drop down. He's going through like all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything in the chat though? Like, let's you got to take it to the chat.
I'll take like one last batch of questions.
Is there anything?
That'd be cool.
Is there anything we missed that we might not have? There might be something we said earlier that they don't know. But is there anything you want to bring up that we might not have touched upon? Follow the damn show. I don't. That's that thing again. Oh yeah. I'm not really familiar with the meme.
It's like one of the scenes from.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
It's like one of those old memes where like people like trace over it with like a whole bunch of different stuff. It's
yeah, I
classic.
like that.
I love it.
I like that. Felt a bit sheaf.
It completely fine. I don't care like how many people come in here. Well, I do, but it doesn't matter to me.
No, we need hey, you shouldn't feel bad about being the only person in chat if you're someone that's providing worthwhile and quality interaction. Okay, if you're posting shit we can work with and is useful, then there's no reason to feel bad because you're giving us that supplement. We're giving us that back and forth that we need so desperately. My wife left me.
Okay, mix it.
Oh, that was good. Good.
Once.
Yeah, I'm fine. You've been like the man of the match here in the chat tonight.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Nick is kind of fucked. Like it took me a while to like come to terms with like, yeah, this is probably his fault, but like you got a job to do and you got to do it. But like I feel like there's a balance between like.
You're talking about Mick Gordon now.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
There's a balance between like the quality of your work and how much leeway you should get with it. I feel like he like kind of like fucked with that balance for a bit.
That hurt to say, didn't it? It hurt to admit that.
It does, yeah.
It is Mick Gordon.
And I do think he should be able to get like independent contracts elsewhere. Like we mentioned, like just team up with like WAD makers, sell your music to like people that like will buy it.
Yeah, commission your music. Yeah, would be good.
That's how this system works. Just get paid where you want to get paid.
Yeah. Yeah. As the saying goes, earn financial income, indulge in sexual intercourse, and consume energy drink. Yeah. I think that just went over every single person's fucking head. Well, if that's
energy drink, what are we sponsored by?
Huh?
What energy drink are we sponsored by?
I'm sponsored by my dick, so try getting that sponsor to leave me. Ha 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 ha! You'll never succeed. Favorite track? Okay. Oh yes. Favorite track. Well, see, we already know the mixing for BFG Division was kind of butchered, but if we're just counting the song in general, obviously that's always going to be one of the favorites. But I really like. I know this wasn't Mick Gordon's mix that was in the game, but there was one part of it that I noticed. Whenever you're playing a game and you notice the music, that's how you know it's that good. Where it's like, whoa, what is this? And it was what level was it? It was just a Slayer game. It was one of these city levels. I can't remember what it was, but it just sort of kicked in while I was moving around and doing shit, and it was a bit like no. I was like, oh my god, what is this? So good. Damn! Oh, it's almost like retro-ish 80s sort of vibe here with like a modern twist. Kind of reminds me of Terminator a little bit with the. Oh god, it felt so cool.
I'm gonna say either.
I found out later,
or the Gladiator fight.
Right.
Those are both pretty good.
Yeah. I found out later that part that was talking about was actually part of The Only Thing They Fear Is You, but it was like the bad mix, I think. But I just like hearing that part just come up. What I like in both of the games is not just the obvious things that people always say, oh, I love the part where it goes, I like that. But what I really like is the fluent transitions into the ambience. I love, you knew I was going to say something about ambience, but just hear me out, right? I love the fact that the heavy metal vibes can flow into this background ambience that's sort of floating like fog in the air that's around you as you go through. It's just that sort of shit that's always sort of there whenever you're going from place to place.
Yeah, I understand. I
Love
ended up
that
getting like
shit.
really fucking
Love
sad one
it.
day, and I just like sat down and listened to like Soul Extractor,
Right.
which that one was actually like, people are really like ignoring like how good the ambient soundtracks are in the game, the ambient parts of the soundtrack.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone seems to sort of focus on the heaviest, most full frontal, obvious parts, but I appreciate those quieter moments so much more because it goes so well with it. It's just, there's certain all the little callbacks and everything. Oh, I love it. I love the Sign of Evil when you show up at the shit and
Oh
you start.
yeah, oh
you
I
start
love
collecting
the
shit from the
Signs of
pages.
Evil remix.
It was so good. Welcome home, great Slayer.
Cock.
Oh, that was not worthy. Yeah, it was really good when you're in the game and you get into it. It's just, it was another one as well. When you're actually at the what's the fucking place called? I keep forgetting where everything's called because everything's like foreign languages and shit.
What?
It's got loads of Y's and K's everywhere. The fucking heavenly shit where you're at the shit where you. That's a what?
Urdak?
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, but you have to fucking jump through all the hoops.
Urdak.
Fucking yeah. The soundtrack in that, it was like a new kind of vibe that you didn't really hear throughout the rest of the game. It was this sort of almost heavenly, sort of but creepy heavenly like voices and shit. And it was like, ooh, and it was like, oh shit, this is kind of like after all the shit that you've been through, you think you wouldn't be scared of anything, but this is kind of eerie. Like,
I don't remember
really
like what the track was called, but like the ambience
really
for Cat
cool.
Your Sanctum in like Doom 2016, like when it was just the choir. That
I always like the choirs, yeah, but this one was like a sort of eerie, half angelic, like trying to insinuate that this is like heaven, but it's twisted. It's really eerie vibe to it, and I was really loving that. It felt super cool. As I knew I was advancing towards like what was
music
one
told the
of
story better than the fucking third person cutscenes.
Oh God's sake! But yeah, it was very, very nice vibes.
I'll look up. Well, I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Such good shit throughout. Subtitles, spooky music. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love it. I love this stuff. Any interest in Serious Sam 4, Laser?
A little bit. I like Serious Sam 3, even though I think the Serious Sam franchise is kind of like stupid. It's fun. It's fun, even if it's like the stupidest thing ever. I enjoyed 3 for what it was.
I've never played it. What is it in comparison to like Duke Nukem in terms of goofiness and comedic?
It's like,
and seriously,
what was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I haven't watched Serious Sam either.
Something TV. Like the fucking like arcade shooter where you just like
Smash TV.
Yeah, that one.
It's like that.
Like a combination of like Duke and that, because like there's no like grace in the combat. You're just basically mowing down like hundreds and hundreds of enemies with like super powerful guns.
Well, that doesn't sound as fun.
It's fine, honestly.
There must be something else about it that gives it.
Okay.
Right.
It's just a little goofy. That's all.
It's basically how many enemies on screen can you have? Yeah, I don't know.
That's what the whole team is shooting for. They want to get like 100,000 enemies on screen at the same time. Apparently, they have like a system that will get close to that, which I'll believe when I see it.
Yeah. Okay. Holy hell.
The fucking Kamikazes are like an iconic first-person shooter enemy.
It's just, it's too obvious to me now. I've seen and heard it too many times.
Yeah.
It's a bit cliche to me now in a way.
I've heard in, like, Doom mods
even though I've never actually played the games. Yeah. They're very popular.
I really gotta fucking piss now. I appreciate all of you.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad I can actually come back to form here now that getting close to summer.
It's been like 2 months. And now after much persistent ranting and raging at their asses, I managed to get these boys to come back. You can all thank me for bringing Suck back to life. I did this.
I'm going to strangle the mic and just pretend it's you. Okay, here we go. That felt better.
That had no power over me. I am just as strong as I was before.
But I feel
It does
better now.
nothing.
I'm
Well,
trying
you
to get
fulfill
back
your
to like making
pretense.
sucks more common. I'm making
Yeah.
like a real attempt here. I got summer school too though, but for the most part, yeah,
Nice.
I'm definitely gonna like focus.
Yeah. A quick word about playing shit again. I more than you guys even know. You don't know. Okay, but this is the only thing I'm making an exception for right now as a suck because I miss being able to converse with the people that I'm supposed to be a part of the group of this like this. I miss being with these people, you know, and this interaction
We're
and
all
shit.
alive. That's the thing. We all have lives. That's my
I
problem.
don't. Okay, so it's different. It's different.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm sad and I'm lonely. I'm kidding. I'm fine.
All right.
I'm fine.
Thank you
actually
guys all
fine.
for coming. We're
But
gonna
I'm
try to take
very,
care of
very,
this
very busy.
more. So we're definitely gonna come back more. I'm gonna try and work on shit. I've actually opened Vegas a couple times. For once, I've actually managed to open up Vegas.
Wow,
Can't
that's
believe
a
this
fucking
shit.
oh shit! Damn, congratulations! You
Thank
actually
you.
opened
I
it.
know. It's
That's
crazy.
that's a big step.
Yeah. Like I feel
Okay.
I'm inspired again finally after like this fucking funk or whatever. So expect half
Awesome.
decent things. I won't say great, but expect half decent things. Yeah, thank you all for coming. I appreciate every one of you. We will see you next time.
Yeah,
Maybe not next Saturday, but definitely next suck. We'll be back.
Yeah, next suck.
All right. See ya.